Coming up, an Eagle Rewind.
They are geared up and stocked up for fall harvest at American Implement, your John Deere dealer. You'll find a great selection of tractors, combines, grain carts, and other get-her-done fall equipment, a huge selection. Plus the parts department, well, they're stocked up, and the service departments are ready to keep you rolling. And remember, when you visit your local American Implement dealer, you have access to all the inventory at all 14 American Implement locations. That's a big selection. Here's to a safe harvest from American Implement, your Northwest Kansas John Deere dealers in Oakley, Colby, Goodland, and Wheeler.
Dying is one of the few events in life that is certain to occur, yet one we are not likely to plan for. Hi, I'm Jason with Ballman Mortuary in Colby, Atwood, and Oakley. Pre-arranging your funeral service is a great way to make sure your family is taken care of, even after you're gone. At Ballman Mortuary, we'll help you plan ahead and make sure that your wishes are taken care of from the type of service, monument, and casket you would like. We can set up pre-funding arrangements designed specifically for end-of-life needs. At Ballman Mortuary, we are dedicated to ensuring that your loved ones' memories are cherished. See our website at ballmanmortuary.com today for more information.
The all-new Yamaha Grizzly 90 is built to bring maximum fun and off-road excitement to youth ATV riders ages 10 years old and up. With its low-maintenance 90cc engine, an easy-to-use fully automatic CVT transmission with reverse, electric start, and durable proven components, the all-new Grizzly 90 offers confidence-inspiring performance with Grizzly family style. Visit YamahaOutdoors.com today. Then visit Colby Ag Center in Colby to see the all-new Yamaha Grizzly 90. Grizzly 90 is recommended for use only by riders 10 years and older and always with adult supervision. Yamaha recommends an approved training course. See your dealer or call 1-800-887-2887. ATVs can be hazardous to operate.
If you're thinking about a career change, consider becoming a physical therapist assistant. The Colby Community College PTA program is enrolling students now who want to help others while enjoying job security in a field that's expected to grow by 26% over the next decade. Contact CCC today and become a PTA in just 1 to 2 years. Classes are starting soon. Go to the academics tab at colbycc.edu. Colby Community College Challenge. Create. Connect.
You are listening to the Funk Optometry pregame show. Coming up next, it's an Eagle Rewind.
Welcome back to the Funk Optometry pregame show. It's time for your Eagle Rewind. Last week, the Holcomb, or the Hugoton Eagles, look at me getting ahead of myself, the Hugoton Eagles found a way to just continue to score, just non-stop scoring. They scored 7 unanswered touchdowns against the Colby Eagles before the Colby Eagles found their way onto the scoreboard. So let's get started. Taking you back to the first quarter, 6:31 to go. An 18-yard run was good for a touchdown by number 21, Santiago Macias of the Hugoton Eagles. The extra point was good, giving him a 7-0 start early in the first quarter. They found a way again to score at 3:51 in the first with a 12-yard run by Adam Mendoza, number 8 of the Hugoton Eagles. They got the extra point, put them up 14-0. Before the first quarter ended, they found one more in them with a touchdown, a 12-yard run at 2:33 by Isaac Martin. They get the extra point and have a solid 21-0 lead going into the second quarter. Second quarter action at 11-17, a 3-yard run for Santiago Macias, his second touchdown of the day, would put them up 27-0. The extra point would be no good, so they would have that going for them, if that's something good for the Eagles at least. But then they would move on to 7:47 in the second, a 1-yard run by Adam Mendoza, his second touchdown. They would go for the 2-point attempt to try to level out their score, but it would be no good, so they'd have the 33-0 lead. In the second quarter at 3:44, a 6-yard run again by Adam Mendoza. Give him a hat trick. Put them up 39-0. The extra point was good, giving him a 40-0 lead. So 40 unanswered points early in the second quarter. Then they'd score one more time at 2:21 in the second quarter. 25-yard pass to guess who? Santiago Macias, his third touchdown of the day. So a deuce of triple hats there for the Hugoton Eagles. They would go 46-0. The extra point would be good for a 47-0 lead. This is when the JV guys would get a chance to come out and play on the field. It would be the quarterback, number 3, Kason Carroll, who would go for an 8-yard run to put the Colby Eagles on the board in the fourth quarter at 4:40. No one was able to score in the third. Again, we did have a running clock. The rule in the GWAC is within a 40-point or more lead, the clock will be running. So the third quarter came and went in a blink of an eye. So they found a way to score in the fourth quarter, 4:40. Case and Carroll, an 8-yard run to put them up put them in the, not up, but put them on the board, 47-6. They tried to go for the 2-point conversion. It was no good, and by that time the clock had winded down again. 4:40, you have a running clock, get the special teams out there. It's going to be a fast-moving clock. Unfortunately, that'd be your final score. The Hugoton Eagles would take down the Colby Eagles 47-6 for the first time since 2016. So history had to find a way to end. The streak ended. So since 2016 till now, the winning streak for the Colby Eagles against the Hugoton Eagles would be at a stop. We'll get you caught up with some final stats here. We're going to start with the rushing game. Kason Carroll with 3 attempts, 35 yards total. He got the 1 touchdown. His longest run was 17 yards, followed by Zane Betts with 11 attempts, 33 yards picked up. Longest run was 12. Longest rush was 12. And then Brandon Nimhoff with 3 attempts, 26 yards total, with a 15-yard rush being his longest. Zane Betts also with the fumble last week. He did recover it, but it was a tough one for the Eagles, as we mentioned. Receiving, Breon Barton led the team with 2 recoveries, 24 yards. Longest receiving was 14 yards. Casey Giesenhagen behind him with 1 reception, 14 yards. That would be his longest. And then Taylon Warwick had the 1 for 6 yards. That would be his longest. Tackles, Kason Carroll led the team with 5, followed by Breon Barton and Guy Tubbs with 4. They both had 1 assist. Red Imhoff with 3, along with Braden Foss. Kyle Lanning with 2. He got 1 sack. Zane Betts got a tackle, as well as Logan Hagar with 1 tackle and 1 assist. So there's your scoring summary, your Eagle Rewind from last week's loss to the Hugoton Eagles. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with the Funk Optometry pregame show on 100.3 The Ride, your home for Colby Eagle football.
You are listening to the Funk Optometry pregame show. After the break, we'll get a look around the GWAC.
September is Ram Power Days at Colby Dodge. Take advantage of 0% financing up to 72 months on 2022 Ram 1500 Laramie and Bighorns. Save up to $2,500 off the MSRP on a custom order at Colby Dodge this month. Stop by and learn how easy it is to order a new vehicle built just for you and your needs. Visit with a salesperson today for more information. Visit us in person at exit 53 I-70, Colby, Kansas, or browse online 24/7 at colbydodge.com.
Cornerstone for your farming operation. Cornerstone will be your foundation.
One definition of Cornerstone is something that is essential or indispensable. That's why Cornerstone Ag has it in their name. They know it's essential to have the best facilities to make it quick and easy for you to get in and out of the elevator. Eric and his staff has indispensable knowledge and experience to help you market your grain so you get the most for all your hard work.
You're never alone with Cornerstone.
Delicious food, friendly service, and a fun, relaxed atmosphere. You find it all at El Dos de Oros in Colby. Mexican favorites that your entire family can enjoy. Delicious, sizzling hot fajitas, scrumptious enchiladas, tasty tacos, burritos stuffed to the brim, and of course, the best margaritas around. That's all at El Dos de Oros. Go find them at 1921 South Range Avenue in Colby and enjoy delicious Mexican food.
Young, beginning, and small farmers and ranchers are driving innovation and change while defining the future of farming. And Farm Credit Western Kansas wants to be a part of this transformation. With your fresh perspectives and creative approaches, combined with the credit expertise you'll find at Farm Credit, we'll help turn your dreams into success stories. Hi, I'm Brett Armberger. Come see me on Tuesdays from 10 to 2 in Atwood at EC Mellick's Agency or call 785-462-6714. Farm Credit of Western Kansas, financing ag for generations.
Welcome back to the Funk Optometry pregame show. Here's Andres Tejeda with a look around the GWAC.
Welcome back to the Funk Optometry pregame show. It's time for a look around the GWAC. Get you started with last week's score updates. Goodland traveling out to Holcomb. Holcomb winning that game 25-0. That's their second shutout of the season. Their first coming in week 2 against Cimarron. Coming around the league, Scott City traveled to Thomas More Prep High School. They took a win there, 28-14, going 3-1 now, tied for in sole possession of third place, tied behind the two undefeated teams. That would be Holcomb and Hugoton. Chanute went over to Ulysses and took a 48 lead, or win, I should say, and defeated Ulysses at Ulysses, Kansas. Lakin and Cimarron were set to play, but according to Max Preps, it was a forfeit. Cimarron forfeited that game, giving Lakin an official 2-0 score final. So we'll have to see what that's about and see what's happening next week with the Cimarron Blue Jays. And then finally last week, Colby went out to Hugoton, took that 47-6 loss. Hugoton and Holcomb, the only undefeated teams in the GWAC, and Colby has to have a back-to-back week with a 3-0 team and now a 4-0 team. We'll see what is going on there. So we'll give you a look around for today's games. Norton travels out to Goodland. Goodland 0-4, looking for their first win. Norton 4-0. Kickoff is at 6 p.m. Central Standard, 7 p.m. Mountain Time. Hayes travels to Ulysses, looking for another win. Hayes is 3-1. Ulysses 1-3. Kickoff is at 7. Cimarron out to Larned. Cimarron also looking for their first win. They are facing Larned. They're 2-2. Kickoff at 7. In just a few moments, Holcomb and Colby. Holcomb 4-0. Colby 1-3. Kickoff at 7. And then finally, Hugoton at Scott City. Scott City is looking to take a spot with Hugoton. If they can win, both teams would then be 4-1. Hugoton looking to continue to be undefeated and go 5-0. That is your GWAC Around the League update. We'll be back with more on the Funk Optometry pregame show, your home for Colby Eagle football on 100.3 The Ride.
You are listening to the Funk Optometry pregame show. Up next, we take a look at this week in Eagle athletics.
The new school year is underway, and you made sure your kids got all the supplies they needed to be successful. Backpacks, pens, paper, pencils, notebooks. But did you make sure that they had the visual tools they needed to be successful? Hi, this is Dr. Sam Funk with Funk Optometry in Colby, Atwood, and Hoxie. And studies show that up to 80% of learning is visual. Make sure your kids have the visual tools they need to be successful. Call my office today to make an appointment in Colby, Atwood, or Hoxie. And let's make this a successful school year.
Farmers, make sure you are taking advantage of all the products and services the High Plains Co-op has to offer, now including their new HPC Risk Management LLC program, helping hardworking farmer members like yourself manage risks in the marketing and crop insurance sector.
Hi, this is Lyle Russell, your local grain marketing specialist. Contact me today at 785-269-7716, and I can help you establish and create profitability through custom marketing plans for your farming operation.
Hoover Lumber is much more than just your ordinary hardware store. They, of course, sell lumber, tools, paint, and many other items, including grill, smokers, and lawn care products, but they also provide services that the typical hardware stores don't. Lose your car keys or fob? Well, they can program and cut keys for all kinds of vehicles, new and old. Have a big gathering coming up? Well, Hoover's rents out high-quality lifetime tables and chairs. Plus, their staffs are knowledgeable and even more helpful, going the extra mile, making sure you're taken care of. It's your not-so-typical hardware store, Hoover Lumber Ace Hardware in Goodland and Colby.
Coffee with a view of freshly capped mountains is great. McCafe coffee with pumpkin spice is perfect. Fall is nice. Fall with blankets of gold-colored aspen leaves is better. Pumpkins are fun. Pumpkins in a mile-high pumpkin patch are amazing. Right now at McDonald's, add some pumpkin spice flavor to your $2 any-sized iced coffee or $1 any-sized hot coffee. Fall flavor lovers, rejoice. Price and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer. You are listening to the Funk Optometry pregame show. Here's Andres Tejeda with This Week in Eagle Athletics.
Welcome back to the Funk Optometry pregame show. It's time to take a look at This Week in Eagle Athletics. October 1st, first day of October, tomorrow, the JV Girls Tennis Tournament is going to be in Colby at Fike Park at 9 a.m. And then also the JV Volleyball Tournament will be at Colby. That's going to take place in Colby High School. And then the High School Varsity Volleyball Tournament, they'll head out to Scott City at the Scott City Event Center. And then finally, The varsity girls golf team will be going out to Lakin Municipal Golf Course for their golf tournament there. October 3rd, the varsity GWAC girls tennis team will head out to Scott City and compete there at the Scott City Event Center. I'm assuming it's going to be a conference tournament, as well as the varsity GWAC girls golf team. They're going to head out to Sugar Hills Golf Club in Goodland, Kansas, take on Goodland. And then the middle school B team volleyball team will go out to Goodland at the Max L. Jones Fieldhouse. And then the high school JV football team will head out to Holcomb. Again, all this on October 3rd. They'll take on Holcomb. Then on October 4th, the junior varsity and varsity volleyball team will head out to the Colby Event Center to take on Logan and St. Francis. That'll be at 4 p.m., so both teams will be competing there. The high school C team volleyball team will head out to McCook High School in McCook, Nebraska for their game. Moving on to the October 6th, that's when we have the next one, so 2 days later, the high school C team, JV team, and volleyball varsity teams will head out to the Scott City Event Center for their games out there. The middle school football team on October 6th will head out to Scott City and take on the Scott City High School football team out there. The middle school and high school cross-country teams will be traveling to Phillipsburg, Kansas for their meet at 4 p.m. The middle school volleyball team will head out to Ulysses, Kansas, to take on Kepley Ulysses at Kepley Middle School for their game. Then October 7th, the high school girls regional tennis team will play at 9 in the morning on October 7th. And then as well, the football team will head out for their last road game to take on Goodland High School in Goodland, Kansas. It'll be a nice short ride. A little bit of a rivalry there. As we continue on in the football season, it's the second half starting today with the fifth game of the season. Another home game, one more in Goodland, and then we'll finish off the season with two more at home. But that's what's happening this week with Eagles Athletics. We'll be back with more here on the Funk Optometry pregame show on 100.3 The Ride, your home for Eagles football.
You're listening to the Funk Optometry pregame show.
Come with us as we go behind enemy lines after the break.
To guarantee your home's heating and cooling system is ready for whatever the season's weather brings, call McKee Incorporated today. At McKee Incorporated, we're the people you know and trust right in your community. Only McKee Incorporated can give you expert and authentic Lennox quality coupled with savings that make achieving perfect air in your home easier than ever. For a limited time, they're offering $1,200 in rebates and monthly payments as low as $132 on a brand new Lennox system. To get quality Lennox equipment, unmatched savings, and trusted service, think McKee Incorporated and call 785-462-3132 today. Conditions apply. See dealer for details.
What's better than getting a new iPhone? Also getting an Apple Watch on us with 1 month free service. You heard that right. At Next Tech Wireless, you can get an Apple Watch on us with a month of free cellular service when you buy a new iPhone. Come visit us at a location near you or call or text at 877-621-2600 for more information. Next Tech Wireless. We are Kansas.
Rarely, if ever, do you hear someone say they look forward to going to the doctor's office. This is Dr. Kristen Parker with Northwest Kansas Chiropractic. Many chiropractic patients experience instant pain relief after receiving a treatment. As a result, a number of our patients have said they actually look forward to their chiropractic adjustments. If you've never been to a chiropractor, I'd like to personally invite you into our clinic for effective, comfortable, and professional care. Learn more about us online at nwkchiro.com.
With 11 locations across the state, most everyone has a People's State Bank location close to home. The People's State Bank offers loans of all types, including ag, commercial, home, and business, plus a wide range of checking account options as well. Put their knowledgeable staff to work for you. Find out how one of the 11 statewide locations can help you. Visit psbbanks.com. The People's State Bank, member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
You are listening to the Funk Optometry pregame show. Here's Andres Tejeda behind enemy lines.
Welcome back to the Funk Optometry pregame show. We're going to go behind enemy lines with the head coach of the Longhorns, Coach Kent Teeter. How are you doing today?
I'm good. How are you doing?
Good, good. So we're just going to go behind enemy lines, get to know you and your team a little bit. So first off, tell us a little bit about the culture and play style of the Holcomb Longhorns.
Well, I've been here 9 years, and so, when you talk about culture, you always try to get kids that, that love each other, kids that get along well for each other, kids that celebrate each other's success, and also keep kids accountable. And I think we're, so far we've done pretty well. Our kids, everybody's got good kids. We always realize that. But, you have certain expectations. We had a great summer coming into football this year. And so our kids, we're 4-0 right now. So, that helps as well with attitudes and things like that. But, everybody's, for the most part, upbeat. And we got really good community support. And the school's having a lot of success right now. So things are going well.
Yeah, and you mentioned that 4-0 start to the season. It's a great start. You've shut out two teams, Cimarron in week 2, 54-0, and then last week, Goodland 25-0. You have 141 points for and only 37 points against. That's a 104-point differential. What's been going exceptionally well on your end of things halfway through the season?
Well, we had some really good kids back. We did graduate some, but our sophomore class last year have really matured, and so as juniors this year, we've seen a lot of those kids mature. We don't have a big senior class, but we have some really, really good seniors in that class, and then we got a few sophomores that have stepped up, and so when you can put together a team that's junior and senior led and that's got some experience, there's good things that can happen. We have pretty good overall team speed, and so that's really helped us out on defense, not giving up too many big plays. But our defense has played really, really well, and then our offense has, has just been very efficient so far, and we've got very few turnovers and probably too few many penalties, and I think every team could probably say they've got too many penalties. But we haven't turned the ball over, and we've been fairly productive, and so it's gone well.
Looking back at the overall kind of history of the team, the last time the program has had a hot start as well as this was back in 2017. You guys had a 7-0 start and finished 10-2. That year, the team made it to the third round of the playoffs. Are playoffs something on your mind as we're reaching the halfway point of the season, especially with the GWAC? Or what is the mindset moving forward, despite the great record that you have and the hot start you've had?
Well, yeah, our kids came up with some goals, and one of them was to, win every regular season game, and that puts you in really good position with, playoffs. Our kids do. We won a playoff game last year and got beat second round to Andale, and so our kids are like, one of their goals, a big goal, was to win more than one playoff game, and so playoffs is part of it. But you have to take one game at a time, and our league is very, very competitive. And so every week, when you play a league school, that you have to prepare and play well. And that was one of their goals is to win every league game as well. And so this is a league game and a district game, so there is a lot riding on it. And so this part of the season, one of the biggest things you do is you try to, make sure everybody stays healthy and that type of thing because, every player is important. And but yeah, it's our kids came up with a lot of goals, and you bet our big goal is to win 2 playoff games, but you only can take one game at a time.
Absolutely, and on the topic of goals, despite Colby's 1-3 record this year, and also outside of the goal of winning the game this weekend, what are some of the goals that your team is looking to accomplish against the Colby Eagles this weekend?
Well, Colby's, they give you a lot of things on offense, a lot of different formations, a lot of adjustments, some motions, and they do a lot of things. They're a spread offense, and some similarities to ours. We do a lot of formations and motions as well, and do a lot of different things. So, the biggest thing on defense is making sure we get lined up right, and know where their people are, know where their threats are. We know that Vaughn has a pretty good arm and can throw well. We know they throw to the tight end. They know they got some other receivers out there that are pretty explosive. Betts is a good running back, and so defensively, it's trying to make sure we get lined up right and read our keys and just play disciplined football. And And then on offense is, the biggest thing we try to do and about any other offense is, give it to your playmakers and see if, we're fairly big up front, so we've got a good offensive line. We've run the ball a little bit more this year, and so, always trying to establish some type of running game is important, but we also throw the ball as well. And then special teams is a big goal, is not giving up any big plays on special teams. We did give up a fake punt against one team, and so, we got to be sound in all areas of the game.
You talked a little bit earlier about the culture and having those kids step up. How important is that at the high school level? You hear it a lot in college and for the professional and NFL, but having those leaders start so young and moving forward into just the high school program outside of football, what does that lead to, especially in forming a young man like that?
Well, we tell all of our players that I don't care what age you are, and we've had freshmen play, that what we look for is not just your age, but what kind of experiences can you bring in, and can you be a varsity player? We talk to all of our kids about what does it take to be a varsity player, and if we have 11 varsity players, we're going to play 11. If we have 25 varsity players, we're going to play 25. So we said, be the best that you can do, and that gives us an opportunity to see where you fit in at the varsity level. And that's one thing that we do have is we do have quite a bit of depth, so we do play quite a few different guys. And then you have your JV games where kids can shine. We got a couple kids that have really played well in JV so far this year, and that means that, hey, maybe we need to look at them a little bit at the varsity level as a backup as well. And so, striving to get on the field, and so we really challenge our kids to find their spot and where can you be that can help this team out the most.
And finally, with that note, who are some of those players that Colby fans should keep an eye on to keep the game more interesting?
Colby players, Betts, quarterback, 34. He's a guy that is a go-to guy. Travis Vaughn, keeping him in check. Barton, the tight end, he's a really good receiver. There's another receiver that's a pretty good threat. And so I think he's number 11. And, the linebackers, Barton and Tubbs play really well. And so, the Colby offers a lot of different things that, presents challenges. So we just need to come in and play sound, play well, and play disciplined.
Well, thanks so much for joining us, Coach Ken. Really appreciate your time.
Yeah, thank you.
This has been the Behind Enemy Lines segment of the Funk Optometry pregame show. We'll be back with more on 100.3 The Ride, your home for Colby Eagles.
You're listening to the Funk Optometry pregame show. Find out who's this week's Senior Spotlight coming up next.
It's worn out and it needs replaced. Who are you gonna call?
Roof Masters!
Roof Masters Roofing at Colby has been your premier roofing contractor for over 40 years, offering free estimates on all types of roofs, as well as seamless rain gutters and vinyl siding. So give us a call today. What's that number, Jake?
462-6642. I think you better call
Roof Masters!
Today on Hey Culligan, soft water, cleaner environment. What do you say, Greg?
Hey Culligan, are you saying if I have a Culligan high-efficiency water softener, I'm also helping the environment?
It sounds like you're saying it, Greg, and yes you are, because with the Culligan high-efficiency water softener, you'll use less detergent, soap, and harsh chemicals, and that's good for the planet.
Now you're saying it.
You bet I am, Greg. Soft water and a cleaner environment is already on the way.
See your local Culligan dealer, Shepner's Water Conditioning in Goodland and Colby.
A little rain isn't going to stop you. When it comes to protecting your farm's inventories, livestock, and equipment, we'll make sure your buildings work just as hard as you do. We're your local Butler builder. With us, you'll get the advanced engineering of Butler Manufacturing, the industry's leading provider of building systems. Give us a call. We're your local Butler builder.
In Northwest Kansas, call Stevens Construction at 785-462-7571 to discover the difference a Butler building can make.
Don't just insure your stuff, strut your stuff with Strut Insurance Services. Darwin and his professional agents in Colby and Brewster represent a wide variety of insurance companies. They can personally shop for a specific company and policy that offer you the absolute best coverage for the best price on most anything you own. Auto, motorcycle, home, crop, farm. If it has a value to you, they can cover it. Strut Insurance Services is locally owned and operated with hometown agents that are experienced and offer fast claims. Located at 1675 West 4th Street in Colby and Brewster. Just look for the big yellow sign of Strut Insurance Services.
You are listening to the Funk Optometry pregame show. Up next, the Reese McKinney Show.
SurePoint Electronics is hiring for full-time seasonal and full-time permanent wire technician positions, manufacturing electrical wiring harnesses and cables used in fertilizer application systems. Responsibilities include cutting, stripping, crimping, and looming of wires or cables as required in the assembly process, as well as final assembly and testing of harnesses. Wages start at $15 an hour and come with a weekly incentive bonus. Other bonus opportunities are also available. Pick up an application at 11965 Highway 25, Atwood, Kansas, or email jobs@SurePointElectronics.com for an application.
Professor Penny, welcome to Taco John's. I have crunched the numbers, and it just can't be. You talking about our new 4-cheese quesadilla? Yes, it's scientifically impossible. How can you fit melty asadero, queso blanco, Monterey Jack, and cheddar inside? And chipotle lime sauce and sirloin steak or grilled chicken. But how? We, melt it. Ah, so it's quadrophysics. Got it. Try the new 4-cheese steak or chicken quesadilla. Only at Taco John's. Bigger, bolder, better. Download our app to earn free food.
Welcome back to the Funk Optometry pregame show. We're here with our senior spotlight, Brendan Imhoff. How you doing tonight?
Good. How about you?
Good. So how long have you been playing with the Eagles?
I've been here. I didn't play freshman year, so I played 3 years now.
What position do you play?
I play running back / receiver.
So why football? What's interesting about football? Or is football the only sport that you play?
No, I also play basketball, but ever since I was in grade school, I've always really liked football. I took a year off my freshman year, and I really regretted it. I went to all the games and watched them, and I was like, man, I wish I was out there playing. So I came back out.
And playing, what is that? Satisfaction that you were missing when you missed your first year? That's kind of fulfilled that longing to play.
Just missing that year and watching them just made me regret not playing. I wanted to get out there and play again, so that's just kind of the regret I felt.
This being your senior year, are there any plans moving forward, college, trade schools, anything like that?
I don't know exactly what my plans are yet. I know I want to attend college. I'm not 100% sure what I want to do, though.
Are there any pregame rituals that you have or that you and the seniors have before a game or anything like that?
Not anything too crazy, just our typical stretches and going through. The coaches pretty much lead the pregame, so.
As a senior, there's a lot of leadership and responsibility on you guys. What has that been like from your sophomore year and then your junior year, obviously being an upperclassman in junior year, but now in your senior year, what are the differences from the previous 2 years that you've experienced?
The difference really to me is you develop, you grow, you watch those seniors, and then you become those seniors. So my sophomore and junior year, I should say, we had a great groups of seniors out there leading us, and just to become one of those leaders is a great thing for me.
This being, again, your last year, if you were to describe this group into one word, what would it be and why?
I describe this group as brave because we came out here, a lot of us didn't have varsity experience, but we still came out here and played the game and got better together, and we went out to camp and really did some good stuff out there. We've been seeing that in spurts, but brave I think is the word I'd go with.
In your last 2 years, what has been one of your highlights or your favorite moment as an Eagle?
Really, honestly, just coming here every day and getting to play the sport has been a highlight to me.
Next week this Friday you're facing a 4-0 team. What is the main thing that you guys have been working on this week after a tough loss last week?
Really just being physical. We need to come together as a team and play as a team, honestly. We didn't play as a team last Friday. We need to bring that together and bring it this Friday.
All right, well, thanks, Braden. That's Braden Imhoff, the Senior Spotlight of the Week. We'll be back with more on the Funk Optometry pregame show.
Hi, this is J.L. Evans, Banking Center President at Western State Bank in Colby. I'd like to welcome Brent Moss to our commercial and ag lending team as we continue to grow. Brent joins our Colby Banking Center after more than 13 years as a local lender. He holds a bachelor's degree in finance and has a background in farming. Visit with Brent Moss, Matt Smith, or me, J.L. Evans, at our Colby Banking Center today. Visit WSBKS.com for contact information. Western State Bank, continuing to invest in Northwest Kansas. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Is your bank account stressing you out with too many fees or not enough interest? Or maybe you're wanting to see your hard-earned money sooner? Let us help. Hi, this is Kaylee Raymer with Farmers and Merchants Bank. We can offer you a free account that pays an APY of 3% interest on your daily balances. Not to mention the refund on nationwide ATM fees, and you can also get your paycheck up to 2 days earlier. Stop in or call us to ask how you qualify for this elite way of banking with our Elite Cash account. Farmers and Merchants Bank, member FDIC.
We are back with the Funk Optometry pregame show. Welcome to the Reese McKinney Show.
Welcome back to the Funk Optometry pregame show. We're here with Reese McKinney. Coach Reese, after a tough loss, what are some of the teaching points and lessons that the team can take away going into Week 5?
Well, we filmed practice last week for the first time since I've been here, and instead of going over game film with them, I showed them what practice looked like, the speed we were practicing at, and that wasn't up to our expectations, and they kind of took that this week and practiced at a much quicker pace. It was a lot more physical because that speed was there. So that was the biggest coaching point, is that if we wanted to translate on Friday, we got to practice it Monday through Thursday.
You're back home for the second time this season. Is there a sense of renewal coming home, especially against another team in back-to-back weeks that are undefeated?
Yeah, I don't worry about records. They didn't play us. We haven't played them. Who knows? The ball bounced their way. The ball didn't bounce our way. We made a bunch of mistakes last week. If we don't make all those mistakes early, who knows what the game is? So I just never put much stock in undefeated. Have been undefeated and lost. So, I mean, everybody loses eventually, and so maybe this is the week. We prepared like it's any other team with a faster pace and more physicality, and so we just really are looking for growth out of our guys. We changed our goals up to make them more less outcome based. We're not worried about wins. We're worried about playing fast. We're worried about playing physical. We're worried about using our hands. We're worried about wrapping up, about driving, playing to the whistle. So those are the things we're trying to clean up. If we take care of all those little things, I think it'll be a much better result.
That kind of goes into one of my other questions about the change. Is there going to be a change in approach? But it seems like you're kind of sticking it to what you've been doing all year. Do you see a positive correlation in sticking to that, or is there any sort of idea for in Week 6 or even 7 in a possible change in the game plan, whether that's offense or defensively?
No, I don't think the problem's in the schemes on either side. We've got to be more disciplined in everything that we do. If you panic and just throw everything away and scrap it, the guys are then lost and confused again. I mean, if you've seen where these guys looked Week 1 of practice compared to where they look now, they're a far better team. They're far better. They're more physical. They're faster. They know where they're going, so they get there quicker. So you can't just throw everything out, because you'd be starting back over Week 1, and then everyone else is playing Week 10, and you're still on Week 3. So
you mentioned also different goals, not just for this week, but for the rest of the season. What are some of those goals that you're looking to hit, whether it's a consistency, whether it's a total, or is it more just sort of the mindset of going into a game playing physical and faster?
Yeah, so we got away with points scored, yards, things like that are outcome based. You know, you can give up on these are individual play goals. So you can, if you don't do it on this play, the next play you can do it. Whether you're winning or losing, you can do it on the next play. So it really had to be with playing fast, being physical, holding yourself accountable, getting off the ball, not committing penalties, all that kind of stuff that cleans up. You clean all that up, you tackle well, wrap up, drive your feet, stay on blocks, block till the whistle, play till the whistle. All of those are the type of sticking points we've had all week, because that's the kind of team we need to be.
looking forward to Holcomb coming to town. What are some of the aspects of this team that you're hoping to overcome or to, push through?
I mean, they're big. They're pretty big, and their skill guys are pretty fast, got good hands. So we have got to make sure, and they run hard. We got to make sure we're wrapping up. So all those things I just talked about for our goals this week, we need them. We're going to need to get on them and block till the whistle. We can't block for a second or 2 seconds and think that's enough. We'll have to block till the play's over because they're going to try to chase everything down. So we got to be a physical group this week.
All right, thanks, Coach Reese. Thank you for your time.
Yep.
That's Coach Reese with the Funk Optometry pregame show. We'll be back after this.
You're listening to the Funk Optometry pregame show.
Weather's coming up next with Chris Strevick and Decision Weather.
They are geared up and stocked up for fall harvest at American Implement, your John Deere dealer. You'll find a great selection of tractors, combines, grain carts, and other get-her-done fall equipment, a huge selection. Plus the parts department, well, they're stocked up, and the service departments are ready to keep you rolling. But remember, when you visit your local American Implement dealer, you have access to all the inventory at all 14 American Implement locations. That's a big selection. Here's to a safe harvest from American Implement, your Northwest Kansas John Deere dealers in Oakley, Colby, Goodland, and Wheeler.
Dying is one of the few events in life that is certain to occur, yet one we are not likely to plan for. Hi, I'm Jason with Ballman Mortuary in Colby, Atwood, and Oakley. Pre-arranging your funeral service is a great way to make sure your family is taken care of, even after you're gone. At Ballman Mortuary, we'll help you plan ahead and make sure that your wishes are taken care of from the type of service, monument, and casket you would like. We can set up pre-funding arrangements designed specifically for end-of-life needs. At Ballman Mortuary, we are dedicated to ensuring that your loved one's memories are cherished. See our website at ballmanmortuary.com today for more information.
The all-new Yamaha Grizzly 90 is built to bring maximum fun and off-road excitement to youth ATV riders ages 10 years old and up. With its low-maintenance 90cc engine, an easy-to-use fully automatic CVT transmission with reverse, electric start, and durable proven components, the all-new Grizzly 90 offers confidence-inspiring performance with Grizzly family style. Visit YamahaOutdoors.com today. Then visit Colby Ag Center in Colby to see the all-new Yamaha Grizzly 90. Grizzly 90 is recommended for use only by riders 10 years and older and always with adult supervision. Yamaha recommends an approved training course. See your dealer or call 1-800-887-2887. ATVs can be hazardous to operate.
The Trojan Trading Post has a lot of items to help you show your Colby Community College pride, such as bags and totes, face masks, jewelry, blankets, and license plates. If you need something to wear, the Trojan Trading Post offers shirts, hoodies, and outerwear in men's, women's, toddler, and even newborn sizes. You can check out the selection at colbycc.edu/gear or stop by the Trojan Trading Post in the Robert Burnett Student Union on the campus of Colby Community College.
Welcome back to the Funk Optometry pregame show. It's time for weather. Chris, take it away.
This is Decision Weather Ag Meteorologist Chris Schromick with your Friday night football forecast. It looks like it's going to be a warm one, and in the month of September here for this final football game of the month against Holcomb, but it has warmed up currently. We're heading towards a high right around that 87 degrees. By the time we kick off the football game this evening, we'll be at that 85 or so, lower 80s, and then we'll be falling into the upper 60s to low 70s by the end of the game. Definitely doesn't need any jackets or anything that we typically need this time of year. And as far as the winds go, they are a bit breezy during the afternoon, but they will also be dying down around game time to that 10 to 15 miles per hour from the south-southwest direction. Overnight, we'll see these low temperatures drop to around 50, and then we'll have a kind of a warm weekend. That I know we're looking for some rain, but it looks like it'll hold off and be off to the east and eastern Colorado as a stationary front is sitting out there waiting for the hurricane to move inland and then eventually diffuse Monday, Tuesday, where that frontal boundary then could stall over the area and bring some afternoon, evening scattered rain chances and some cooler, more typical weather that we should see for the 1st of October. Weekend high temperatures will be in that 80 to 85 degree range, and then when we get to Monday, Tuesday, we'll be dropping down into the upper 70s on Monday, lower 70s on Tuesday, overnight lows back in the middle 40s, and we'll be looking to see if the rain chances will come further over western northwest Kansas and give us a little bit of moisture.
All right, you heard it here first. A beautiful afternoon for football. Kickoff is coming up next here on 100.3 The Ride. You're home for Colby Eagle football.
This has been the Eagles pregame show. Kickoff coming up next.
September is Ram Power Days at Colby Dodge. Take advantage of 0% financing up to 72 months on 2022 Ram 1500 Laramie and Bighorns. Save up to $2,500 off the MSRP on a custom order at Colby Dodge this month. Stop by and learn how easy it is to order a new vehicle built just for you and your needs. Visit with a salesperson today for more information. Visit us in person at exit 53 I-70, Colby, Kansas, or browse online 24/7 at colbydodge.com.
The Colby Free Press brings residents of Thomas County news, pictures, and commentary on the happenings, issues, and events that impact the lives of residents of Thomas County. The Colby Free Press is informative and affordable. The Colby Free Press is a local daily newspaper that has earned a great reputation for journalistic excellence and extensive knowledge of the local communities of Colby, Rexford, Brewster, and surrounding communities.
Cornerstone for your farming operation. Cornerstone will be your foundation.
One definition of Cornerstone is something that is essential or indispensable. That's why Cornerstone Ag has it in their name. They know it's essential to have the best facilities to make it quick and easy for you to get in and out of the elevator. Eric and his staff has indispensable knowledge and experience to help you market your grain so you get the most for all your hard work.
You're never alone with Cornerstone.
Delicious food, friendly service, and a fun, relaxed atmosphere. You find it all at El Dos de Oros in Colby. Mexican favorites that your entire family can enjoy. Delicious, sizzling hot fajitas, scrumptious enchiladas, tasty tacos, burritos stuffed to the brim, and of course, the best margaritas around. That's all at El Dos de Oros. Go find them at 1921 South Range Avenue in Colby and enjoy delicious Mexican food.
You're listening to the Eagles on Radio and Colby Eagle Football on 100.3 The Ride with Andrés Tejeda.
Colby Eagle Football is on the air. I'm your host and voice of your Colby Eagles, Andres Tejeda. Let's get things started. Colby is back home for the second time this year in Week 5. We'll get you started here with our starting lineups. Get you started with the road team here first. Number 1, Chris Palacios in wide receiver. He's a senior at 6'1". Quarterback, number 5, David Mesa. He's a junior at 5'11". Senior at 6'0". Number 9, Tristan Ortner at the tight end spot. Junior at 5'9". Number 10, Dominica Roscoe at the wide receiver spot. Number 12, Kai Costner, senior 5'8", as a running back. Number 15, Ethan Kenneth, the junior, 5'9", also playing at the wide receiver spot. The O-line is made up of number 52, J.P. Larnes, a 5'11 junior, as well as senior 5'11, number 54, Ethan Haresma. Apologies there. Number 56, a junior, 6'3, Cooper Tetchner, and then number 58, Nicholas Cox, a junior that's 5'10", also on the O-line. Then finally, wrapping it all up, number 74, Drayton Knoll, a sophomore, 6'4 sophomore, 276 on the O-line. Giving you the defense now of the Holcomb Longhorns. Number 1, again, Chris Palacios will be the FS spot. Number 5, David Mesa at the outside linebacker spot. Following him on the defensive end, number 9, Tristan Ortner. And then on number 11 at the defensive back, Braden Baston. Number 12, Kai Costner playing both offense and defense as a linebacker. Number 22, a junior, 5'10", 142 pounds at the defensive back again. That's Greg Martinez, number 22. Number 30, Manny Ray is the offensive linebacker again, junior at 5'11". Ethan Haresma, number 54, is also going to be playing in the linebacker spot. Defensive end will be number 56, Cooper Titchener, another junior, 6'3". Nicholas Cox also playing on the O-line and the D-line there. Number 68, Ahmed Corral. Apologies, not Ahmed Corral. Number 76, Cross Palacios, will also end up with the D-line. Now we'll get you started with the Colby offense. In the quarterback spot will be number 1, Hunter Vaughn. The wide receivers tonight will be Casey Giesenhagen and Breon Barton. You'll have your running backs in Zane Betts, Braden Aimhoff. He's our senior spotlight. Isaiah Rosales is back in the lineup, as well as Landon Vogler. He's going to be at the center. Tyler Remmer and Cameron Lilly, Landon Kreutzer, and Logan Haggard all make up the offensive line. On defense, Landon Kreutzer again in the middle at the tackle, Tyler Remmer defensive end, Guy Tubbs and Braden Imhoff playing at the quick spots. Landon Vogler at the defensive end, Logan Haggard will be the nose, and then in the safety spots you got Zane Betts, Braden Foss, Breon Barton, Tucker, as well as Hunter Vaughn in the free safety, and then Isaiah Rosales also coming to play center as well. We're getting things started. They have the coin flip here, and that's your starting lineups for both teams. And it looks like they've made a decision. So Holcomb wins the coin toss, and they are going to defer. So for the 5th straight week, Colby will start off with the football. In the last 3 games, Colby has scored on two of the 3 first drives of the game. Just a reminder, if you're listening on 100.3 The Ride and you would love to watch the game, we are also streaming live on YouTube. Big thanks to Brett and Thomas, who's working our camera and graphics today. We're going to try to give you the best show we can. Again, we're on YouTube. That's NWKS Rocking M Media on YouTube. You can find us, or you can go to our NWKS.net and look at Colby Sports in the top tabs up there and watch live from there. So we'll get things started here. Be Zane Betts out in the backfield.
Kicking off for the Longhorns tonight, number 1, Chris Palacio.
Chris Palacio will also be kicking off here for the Longhorns. Again, Longhorns come in 4-0. Colby 1-3 this year. Looking to change things here as they're back home. They have 3 of the last 4 games will be at home. And the kickoff is up. It'll go to Zane Betts. He picks it up around the 10-yard line, now at the 15, now to the 20. He gets caught up by 2 Longhorns, and he's brought down. So a great run by Betts to pick up about 10 yards from where he had it. Colby Eagles are in their all blacks today with white numbers and orange trim, white lines down the side of their trousers. Holcomb comes in the all whites, black numbers, and trim. A lot of black and orange and white teams in this conference. You have Ulysses too, who has very similar uniforms. So Vaughn now with 3 receivers to his left. He finds Giesenhagen. Is it enough for a first down? He'll be stopped. He'll pick up maybe about 3 or 4, maybe even 5 yards. He'll get forward progress. Great pass there to Giesenhagen to get things started for the Colby Eagles. He'll pick up 5 yards, 2nd and 5 to go. Ball will be marked on the 21, or on the 26. 21 is where they marked it when Betts brought it back. Play clock at 22. Game clock at 11:20. They're getting some instruction from Maurice McKinney. You heard him in the pregame show. He talked about the things that they have to work on in the second half of the season. Motion in the backfield. There's Betts. They pitch it after the snap. Betts is almost caught up and brought down for a loss of yards. Looks like it'll be right back to where they started. And Zane Betts has been the man that the Eagles have put a lot of their faith in, and he will take a loss of 3 yards. 3rd and 8 to go on the 23-yard line. 10:44 in the first quarter. The student section is filling up slowly here. A lot of fans. No, never a disappointing game with the fans. Here comes the snap, handoff to Warwick. Warwick going to the right, but he's stuffed. He might have lost another few yards. It might be 4th and 10 here. We'll see where they mark it. Yeah, it's a beautiful night for football here at Chris Schrammick, and the decision weather, high 80s. Beautiful sunset coming here, and the wind is probably the only factor. It is blowing. The thing is, it's blowing north to south. This field goes east to west, so kickers will have to be wary here. The punt is up, and not a very good punt. Maybe goes about 5 yards, maybe 10. There's no flag after the kicker was brought down, and that kicker is Hunter Vaughn. See where they mark it here. There's no return. They're going to put it at the 35-yard line of Colby. 9:55, the clock has stopped. This is the second time in 2 weeks that we've seen no flag called on roughing of the kicker. So in that quarterback spot will be Damon Mesa. Mesa with the snap, he hands it off, and he finds a hole. And he's still not brought down. He breaks 2-3 tackles. So, yeah, it was Damon Mesa with the carry. Gets a carry about 5 yards.
Initial tackle by number 7, Braden Foss, assisting.
Braden Foss got a hand on that tackle. And actually, you know what? They didn't get any gains. Actually, they did. It was a carry of 9. So it'll be 2nd and 1 on the 26. And then Mesa again, the junior, 5'11", gets the snap, hands it off to a man. He's open on the right, but brought down. It's a broken fumble, but they're calling it down. They're saying his knee was down before the ball came out, but it looks like it's going to be just enough for a first down. Braden Foss with the tackle there. That was Kai Costner with a pickup of about 2 yards. It'll be 1st and 10 at the 20. Two receivers to his left, one to his right, a man in the back. Handed off again, and he's brought up and down. It looks like he will be brought down. A carry of about maybe 5 yards. That's Manny Reyes. He's brought down. Guy Tubbs was there to hug him up and bring him down. Be 2nd and 5 on the 15. 8:34 to go. Braden Bastian comes in from the sidelines as he'll be lined up on the left side for the Longhorns. Betts will be the man to hold him down. Be Ethan Kennis on the right side, and Hunter Vaughn will be the one to hold him. It's a fake handoff, and he's going to his left, and he's going to be brought down. Not enough for a first down. They keep bringing him down and forward back, but they're going to get forward progress. He won't lose any yards, but a great tackle there by Breon Barton. And Guy Tubbs was also in on that one. Damon Mesa was just absolutely stuffed. He tried to make a little juke turn move there, but could not find a way out. There were 3 Eagles around him. 3rd and 3. 7:40 to go. Ball on the 13-yard line. They're lined up on the left hash mark on the far side of the field. The snap, a handoff. He's going all the way to his right. Enough for a first down. Is it enough for a touchdown? It is. Holcomb with the first touchdown of the game on their first drive. 7:27 to go. $13-yard run. And we'll see if they're going to go for the extra point or the 2-point conversion. They will go for the 2-point conversion. He's looking, and it's intercepted. Oh, almost intercepted by Zane Betts. He went with the one hand, so the 2-point conversion is no good. We'll take a break here on 100.3 The Ride. You're home for Colby Eagle football.
Hi, this is Caleb Morris with the Crop Insurance Department at Farm Credit of Western Kansas with some friendly reminders for the 2023 crop year. December 1st is the sales closing date for pasture, range, and forage insurance. December 15th is the acreage reporting deadline for 2023 winter wheat in Kansas. Remember, any possible loss should be reported within 72 hours of discovery. Contact Kelly Horenick or myself at 785-462-6714 for all your crop insurance needs. Work with agents who work for you. Farm Credit of Western Kansas is an equal opportunity provider.
The new school year is underway, and you made sure your kids got all the supplies they needed to be successful. Backpacks, pens, paper, pencils, notebooks, But did you make sure that they had the visual tools they needed to be successful? Hi, this is Dr. Sam Funk with Funk Optometry in Colby, Atwood, and Hoxie. And studies show that up to 80% of learning is visual. Make sure your kids have the visual tools they need to be successful. Call my office today to make an appointment in Colby, Atwood, or Hoxie. And let's make this a successful school year.
Let's get back to the action. This is the Eagles on Radio and Colby football with Andres Tejeda.
Welcome back to 100.3 The Ride. Your home for Colby Eagle football. Kickoff was sent out, and they're going to start from the 30. Better field position this time around. Second drive for the Eagles. The snap, a fake handoff. He looks to his left. Now he's scrambling, going more to his left side. Tosses it over. Betts trying to get in before he gets to the out of bounds line, but it won't be enough. So it'll be 2nd and 10 now for the Eagles. So Manny Reyes with the 13-yard run. The 2-point conversion no good, gives the Longhorns a 6-0 lead at 7:27. 7:15 to go here. 2nd and 10 on the 30 for the Colby Eagles at their own 30. They line up in the center. Imhoff running now. The snap, hand off to Betts. Betts moves over to his right, and he's brought down immediately, maybe for a gain of 2 yards or so. Maybe 3, but we'll have to see where they put it. 7:05 to go. Clock winding down here. As we hit the 7-minute mark.
3rd down, 8.
It'll be a gain of 2, 3rd and 8 at their own 32. The passing game for Vaughn has been pretty solid this year. Last game was a little bit of an anomaly for him. The snap to Vaughn, he looks immediately to his right, but there's a whistle. There will be a flag down on the play. We'll see who that's against. So it'll be a false start against Colby. So it'll be against the Eagles. They'll be taking a walk for a little bit. So it'll be 3rd and 13, a loss of 5 yards there. .639 on their own 27, 3rd and 13. The snap. He looks to his left. He fakes the throw, pumps fakes it, and now he's scrambling. Throws it up in the middle to Giesenig, and no, it's intercepted. An interception by the Longhorns. He's down at the 45, now the 40, going down to the 30 and brought down. So it'll be a 30. He'll be down at the 35. Interception by Chris Palacios to give. So there actually is going to be a flag, a roughing the passer, so no interception. So yes, it'll be roughing the passer against the Longhorns. So what looked like a very dangerous outcome for the Eagles has turned the other way. Eagles have the football, 1st and 10 on their own 35. So they're going to actually move the ball up a little bit more, maybe around the 47-yard line. Looks to be, nope, 42. Looking at the wrong official on the field. So Palacios had the interception. It was clean, but roughing the passer there really made things worse. So now 1st and 10 at their own 42. 6:16 to go. The snap, handoff to Taylor Wark. Wark finds a hole, but he only gains about 3 yards as he's brought down. Maybe about 2nd and 7 or 2nd and 8. Javen Farr with the tackle there. The 2nd and 7 on their 46-yard line. Best field position that the Eagles have had so far this game. Wark movement again. Runners on his left and right. Hands it off to Betts. It's dropped, and it's picked up by the Longhorns. It'll be Longhorn football. Devin Garcia is the one to land on top of it for the Longhorns. The snap was good, but then when he pitched it over to Betts, Betts wasn't looking and dropped the football. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Longhorns. On the Eagles 40, the snap, a handoff up the middle. No one's stopping him, and now finally brought back. Looks like Tubbs was the one very aggressive there. Manny Reyes with the carry. Breon Barton may have gotten a hand in there too. A gain of about 4 yards, 2nd and 6. On the 34-yard line, or 36-yard line, apologies. Second and 6, 5 minutes to go on the Eagles 36. Holcomb leads 6-0. The snap as we hit the 5-minute mark. Hand off. It'd actually be an option read, and he's still finding his first down. It'll be Damon Mesa with the carry. Enough for a first down. Braden Imhoff with the tackle there. Clock stopped at 4:52.
First down 10 for the Longhorns from the Eagles 25.
Ball will be brought up to the 25. 4:44 to go as the clock is now set and running. 21 seconds on the play clock. 1st and 10 on the 25. The snap. Rolling to his right. Looking for a man. Be a short pass to Reyes. He's open. Breon Barton makes the tackle. It'll be actually Guy Tubbs to finish it. Breon Barton had his hands around him. Is it enough for a first? And it is enough. Just maybe. It will be a flag on the play, too. So a late flag coming into the backfield where they lined up. Holding against the Longhorns. So they'll take a walk. Late flag coming in as Manny Reyes had the first down. It's the 3rd penalty of the game, 2nd penalty for the Longhorns. So be at the 43-yard line, the handoff. In the backfield, it looks like Imhoff had a play, but he will not. Now going down to the 30, to the 40, and he is actually going to be brought down, and a flag comes in late.
Ball carried by number 10, Dominique Orozco.
Dominique Orozco with the handoff, and nearly enough for a first down, but a flag is down on the play. Tubbs with the tackle as the officials meet together around the 30-yard line. Long discussion here. So we'll wait, and we're going to get a call here. A holding call, face mask against the Eagles.
Personal foul, face mask.
Yeah, personal foul, my goodness. That's not what you want here, especially when you got a first down play going, a first down drive there. They're going to get great field positioning to get a second touchdown on the play here. Clock is stopped at 4:12. They're going to move the links again. The clock now winding at 4:09. Be 1st and 10 at the 14. The handoff, it's going to be a fake, and he'll take it himself. The quarterback with an opening, and he makes the touchdown. 4:01 there for the Longhorns. 14-yard run as Damon Mesa takes it himself. They're going to go for the extra kick. It'll be Chris Palacios to kick it. Keegan Johnson to plant it. The snap, kick is up, and it is good. So they make the extra point. It is 13-0 Longhorns. We'll be back after the break here on your home for Colby Eagle football.
Farmers, make sure you are taking advantage of all the products and services the High Plains Co-op has to offer, now including their new HPC Risk Management LLC program, helping hard-working farmer members like yourself manage risks in the marketing and crop insurance sector.
Hello, I'm Case Rendell, your crop insurance specialist, offering crop insurance, livestock risk protection, pasture range and forage, and hail insurance. Let me help you reduce your risk and make your crop insurance process as easy as possible, including me coming to your farm.
Who Hoover Lumber is much more than just your ordinary hardware store. They, of course, sell lumber, tools, paint, and many other items, including grill, smokers, and lawn care products, but they also provide services that the typical hardware stores don't. Lose your car keys or fob? Well, they can program and cut keys for all kinds of vehicles, new and old. Have a big gathering coming up? Well, Hoover's rents out high-quality lifetime tables and chairs. Plus, their staffs are knowledgeable and even more helpful, going the extra mile, making sure you're taken care of. It's your not-so-typical hardware store, Hoover Lumber Ace Hardware in Goodland and Colby.
You're listening to the Eagles on Radio and Colby Eagle Football on 100.3 The Ride with Andres Tejeda.
Welcome back. The kick is up. And it'll be brought down around the 25-yard line. If you're just joining us, I'm Andres Tejeda, your host and voice of your Colby Eagles. Longhorns lead at 14-0, scoring twice in the first quarter. A 13-yard run by Manny Reyes, and then a 14-yard run for the quarterback, Damon Mesa. This will be the third drive for the Eagles. A snap and a toss over to Giesenhagen will be just out of his reach. It'll be 2nd and 10 at their own 28, 3:50 to go. This is the longest drought that the Eagles have had all season. Well, second longest, first being in their first game against Ulysses. Their third play of the game, and still no score. And that's 50% in the last 4 games. They were able to score on their first drive. A snap to Vaughn, a handoff over to Betts, and he gets a gain of about maybe 4 or 5 yards. We'll see where they mark it. 3:40 to go with a rolling clock. The 3rd and 7. Yeah, marked at the Eagles 32. Vaughn has Wark and Betts next to him, behind him. Imhoff now moving from the left to right behind. And it'll be a fake. Down around the 1st-yard line, but it's going to be short, maybe about a yard or two. But a great game there. Manny Reyes with the tackle there. We'll see where they mark it. It's going to be 4th and maybe 1 or 2. Maybe 4th and 1. See if the Eagles go for it here. Game clock reset. They're going to be a timeout for the Eagles. We'll take a timeout here. We'll be back with more after this. Actually, you know what? We're going to stay here real quick. Coach Reeves calling a timeout here. They're going to make a game plan. And why not? It's early in the game. It's 3:06 to go. You have plenty of time to drive it down the field and maybe cut this lead in half. It's only 4th and 1, but you got to get a play here that's good. The Longhorns have a solid defensive team. Again, they've had 2 shutouts this week, or this year, this season. One against Cimarron and one's against Goodland. And Cimarron came in week 2. Last week they played Goodland in Goodland, so they've made a trip up here, long trips. As the teams are not coming out, but Goodland is 4-0 for a reason. They've been solid. So you hear the cheerleaders in the crowd doing their Go Eagles chant. Now the Eagles coming out of their huddle. 3:06 to go in the first quarter. It's going to be 4th and 1, and they will, in fact, go for it here. Had some time to talk about it. The Eagles only have 2 timeouts now. Receiver to the left and one to the right. Now the one from the right, that's Talon Warwick, makes the move. Handoff up to Betts, and it's not enough for a first down. He is stuffed.
Betts on the carry, stopped for a short loss by multiple Longhorns.
And so it'll be a turnover, and the Longhorns will get the ball back. So that's an 0 for 3 today for the Eagles on their drives. Be the third. Scored 2 for 2, and again have great field positioning. They're on the Colby Eagle 35, 3:03 to go. They lead 13-0. 13-0. The snap, it's handed off, and it looks like Manny Reyes is going to be brought down by Talon Wark. Talk about a mismatch. Manny Reyes very much a lot larger than Talon Wark, but good on Talon to get that tackle.
Second down, 8 for the Longhorns.
Actually, Tucker Work, not Talon. Apologies there. The 2nd and 8 on their own 33. 2:30 to go. Handoff again to Reyes, and he's brought down by Breon Barton. What a hit! He just went right through him. That is the biggest hit we've seen from Breon Barton this season, maybe the second biggest. He was our first senior spotlight all the way back in week 2. And he said he's a little messed up. He just loves to hit and get physical. And right there, we saw a perfect example of it. The 3rd and 7 on their 33-yard line, Colby 33. They line up again. 2 receivers on the right, 1 on the left. They hand it off again, and it's stuffed. Manny Reyes is being stuffed again. My goodness, he is just brought down. The Eagles have brought their bricks and mortar and built a wall. My goodness, it'll be 4th and 7. It's the best we've seen the Eagles all year defensively. So it's going to be 4th and 9, a loss of 2 yards. My goodness. And it looks like they're going to go for it. 2 receivers on the left and right. We await the snap. Now gets it. He's rolling to his left. Deep drive, and it's caught. It's going to be inside the 20-yard line. And it was completed by number 9, Tristan Ortner, the senior.
1st and 10 for Holcomb.
So Holcomb gets their 1st and 10 after the Eagles pushed them to the brink at 4th and 7. 52.1 left to go. 52.1 seconds, I should say, left to go. Holcomb leads 13-0, looking to get another trip to the end zone before the end of the first. And a reminder that the Eagles did, in fact, get first possession. So at halftime, it'll go the way of the Longhorns, and they are in great possession now. See what the Eagles can do. A snap to the quarterback, and he was almost brought down, but he finds a way to get the first down and more. Is it enough? And it's a touchdown. Longhorns got their 3rd touchdown on their 3rd drive of the game. Another one, a 20-yard run for Damon Mesa. Now 19-0. They're going to go for the extra point attempt. Punt is up, and it is good. So they lead 20-0. We'll be back after the break here.
Coffee with a view of freshly capped mountains is great. McCafe coffee with pumpkin spice is perfect. Fall is nice. Fall with blankets of gold-colored aspen leaves is better. Pumpkins are fun. Pumpkins in a mile-high pumpkin patch are amazing. Right now at McDonald's, add some pumpkin spice flavor to your $2 any-sized iced coffee or $1 any-sized hot coffee. Fall flavor lovers, rejoice. Price and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer.
To guarantee your home's heating and cooling system is ready for whatever the season's weather brings, call McKee Incorporated today. At McKee Incorporated, we're the people you know and trust right in your community. Only McKee Incorporated can give you expert and authentic Lennox quality coupled with savings that make achieving perfect air in your home easier than ever. For a limited time, they're offering $1,200 in rebates and monthly payments as low as $132 on a brand new Lennox system. To get quality Lennox equipment, unmatched savings, and trusted service, think McKee Incorporated and call 785-462-3132 today. Conditions apply. See dealer for details.
Let's get back to the action. This is the Eagles on Radio and Colby Football with Andres Tejeda.
Welcome back to your home for Eagle football, 100.3 The Ride. Zane Betts with the reception on the kickoff, and he'll be brought down around the 30-yard line. It is exactly at the 30-yard line. 35.7 seconds to play. The Holcomb Longhorns lead 20-0. A false start against the Longhorns. Looks like that's number 26 on the play there. Angelo Otero, or Etro. Actually, it'll be against the Eagles. They're going to take a 5-yard penalty so they move back. So it's 1st and 10 at their own 25. The snap. Quick pass to Imhoff. Imhoff with an opening. He then is almost brought down and now finally brought down, so he gets past the 10-yard line that they needed to get. Rolling clock, we're hitting 24 seconds. See if they'll get one more play in here in the first half. Chris Palacios with the tackle there. Looks like they're going to take this into the second quarter.
Second down and 6 for the Eagles.
The 2nd and 6, so a good pickup there on their own 30. And they will, in fact, let the clock roll out to the second half. So we'll take a quick timeout here. End of 1. Longhorns 20, your Eagles nothing. We'll be back at 100.3 The Ride. Your home.
What's better than getting a new iPhone? Also getting an Apple Watch on us with 1 month free service.
This is Dr. Kristen Parker from Northwest Kansas Chiropractic. One of the top priorities at our clinic is making sure our patients are comfortable. For some, walking into a doctor's office of any kind can be nerve-wracking. Rest assured, we never ask or force anyone to do anything that compromises their comfort. After all, the whole point of chiropractic care is to make sure you feel better. For effective, comfortable, and professional care, make your next appointment with Northwest Kansas Chiropractic. Learn more at nwkchiro.com.
You're listening to the Eagles on Radio and Colby Eagle Football on 100.3 The Ride with Andres Tejeda.
Welcome back to your home for Colby Eagle Football, 100.3 The Ride. I'm your host and voice of the Colby Eagles, Andres Tejeda. We're getting ready for second quarter action. Clock is reset at 20. Longhorns lead 20-0. The 2nd and 6 on the Colby 34. Lined up, 2 on the right, 1 on the left, 1 in the backfield as a snap to Vaughn. He's looking, scrambling, then finally throws it. Finds a man enough for a first down. It's Breon Barton with the catch. My goodness, what a play. Breon Barton with a pickup of about 12, 13 yards maybe. That's the first down for the Colby Eagles all game. It'll be 1st and 10 at their own 42. 11:45 left to play. Snap, handoff to Betts up the middle, and he's going to get stuffed. Maybe a loss of 1, or maybe he got back. Not too sure. Looks like it'll be enough for a, let's see, 2nd and 10 at their own 42. Clock is still running. 11:22 to play. Longhorns lead 20-0. The Longhorns have been able to score on each of their drives. They're 3 for 3. Colby Eagles on their 4th drive of the game have yet to find a way past their own 50-yard line. Lined up the middle, handoff to Imhoff. And actually, no, Bill Pig. Richard Vaughn's all the way to the 30, now to the 20, going down to the 10, the 5. Touchdown, Eagles! Hunter Vaughn with an impressive run, a beautiful fake handoff, and he found his way into the end zone. My goodness, Hunter Vaughn. He said it 2 weeks ago he loves to run the football, and we see it here. 10:54 to go, and the Eagles have touched the end zone. 10:54. 58-yard run. They're going to go for the extra point. They're actually going to go for the 2 points. Panned off to Imhoff, and he's brought down way in the backfield. So it's no good. But my goodness, Hunter Vaughn, 58-yard run to put them on the scoreboard. So the Eagles now lead 20-6, or not lead, they trail 20-6. 10:54 to go, and that's the biggest drive of the season that we've seen. Fake play so good, they faked me out.
Kicking off for the Eagles, number 56, Peyton Spiker.
So the Eagles are going to line it up here. That was an incredible run. Got to get my breath up. I was just so caught off. The Eagles now are going to kick it from the 40. Low kick to their opposing 30, and uh-oh, here we go. They bring him down around the 45. As the pickup was by Keegan Johnson, number 3 of the Longhorns. That kick really didn't have any carry to it. It was more like a line drive than anything. It was low and fast.
First down 10 for Holcomb from their own 46.
So it'll be brought at the 46-yard line. The snap. It'll be handed off to Palacios, and he's brought down for a loss of a baby 5 yards. Great play by the Eagles.
Dropped in the backfield by Breon Barton.
Breon Barton with the tackle. And Breon in tackles. He had 3 tackles last week. Casey Carroll led with 5 tackles for the team. The backup quarterback to Vaughn. So that should be a loss of 2. It looked a little bit more than that, so it'll be 2 and 12 at their own 44. 10-11 to play. Longhorns lead 20-6. There'll be an option as the quarterback's going to try to get it himself. He breaks 2 tackles, and he's down. Maybe a pickup of maybe 7, so we'll get around to the 5. The third and about 5 or 6. It was Damon Mesa was able to break 2 tackles by the Eagles, and that's the story. That's been the story of the season for the Eagles. They have to find a way to get low and break those tackles. They're getting around just under the chest and above the waistline. They need to go low. They need to get to the thighs, to the legs, and hold them and bring them down. That's the only way we're going to get that mismatch of size, because Colby's not the largest team here. The snap and a pitch all the way in the backfield. It'll be again. It was a fake. The quarterback was not the one to take the snap. He's still up. As Damon Mesa was lined up as a running in the backfield. And it was Keegan Johnson to take the snap. So Keegan is a quarterback. But he'll pick up the first down, 9:46 to go. We'll take a double check here who's actually in the quarterback position. So it does look like it's going to be Mesa. No, it's going to be Johnson. Handing it off to Mesa. Up the middle, but he's stuffed. He's still on his feet. And you're seeing right here, if you're watching live on YouTube, the Colby Eagles they need to find a way to make those tackles. They can't keep holding a guy on his feet because the refs are going to continue to push it, continue to let the play go until they see that he can't continue to move, but he gets those extra steps, he gets extra momentum, and on top of that, there are 5 Eagles trying to bring down one guy. In practice, it's one thing, but when you're facing other guys, it's a whole nother. Johnson with the snap, a pass, and nearly intercepted! Hunter Vaughn nearly with the interception. He read the play beautifully and came running across nearly at the same apex of where the ball was being thrown. Just a tough loss there for the Eagles right now, as Vaughn had it just open pastures to run to the end zone and give them another touchdown. So they'll try it again, 3rd and 4 from their own 37, or the Eagle 37. Handoff, Johnson hands it off up the middle, and again it's going to be to Mesa. He's on his feet, enough for a first down, and a flag comes in.
Damon Mesa on the carry, tripped up by Tucker Ward.
Tucker Ward with a little bit of a trip up there. But it looks like they've changed it, as Damon Mesa is a lot bigger than Keegan Johnson. Mesa 5'11", 201. Keegan Thompson 5'7", 181. Mesa junior, Johnson a sophomore. So let's see what the call is here. They're meeting up, and now we're going to get the call. And they're waving off the flag. We saw that happen about 2 weeks ago, where 4 flags went flying and they were all called off.
First down, 10 for Holcomb.
It'll be enough for a first down. 1st and 10 from about, it looks like the 32-yard line. Clock runs, 8:35 to go. Longhorns lead the Eagles 20-6. Sun is setting. We're getting into that twilight hour as another run up the middle, and he's still not brought down. Enough for a first down. Didn't really get a good read on who is the pickup, and it will be announced Manny Reyes. Tucker Work and Breon Barton. Breon Barton's been doing a lot of the hefty lifting defensively. He's been a part of nearly every play in bringing down the other guys. Again, Breon Barton's one of those guys who you know wants to get physical, who wants to be in the pile up there. Snap and a toss over the head of Dominique Orozco. The incomplete. It'll be 2nd and 10 from their own 20. 8:20 on the clock as the clock has stopped. They're going to reset the play clock to 40. Now it will be run down to 30 seconds. We haven't really seen a lot of the passing game from the Longhorns here. A lot of it's just been running up the middle, and why not? The Eagles have not found an answer to stop them, especially up the middle. So it looks like they'll have 3 men playing the wide receiver spot on the left, 1 on the right, 1 tight end. The snap, handoff, a fake to Manny Reyes, so he'll take it himself. He's finding himself over to the 10. Is it enough? He's down around the 2-yard line. So Mesa takes it himself. Guy Tubbs to finish the tackle as he was right at the doorstep of the end zone. So it'll be 1st and goal for the Longhorns, 8:11 to go. They lead 20-6. Clock will now run. Actually, no, it will not. It's now still 8:11. 1st and goal. Handoff to Manny Reyes. He's almost stuffed it. It's not enough for a touchdown. And they've stopped him. David Mesa back in the quarterback spot. Hands it off to Reyes, but just not enough. Be 2nd and 4 now. 7:51 to go. So they'll line it up. The Greg Martinez on the right, far right. Now we'll have 2 receivers to the right. Handoff to Reyes, and he's brought down. It'll actually be up to it'll be taken by Damon Mesa, and he's still brought down. Not enough. And they're actually going to say it's enough, so they will call it a touchdown for the Longhorns. It'll be 26-6. So Damon Mesa, the pickup for 2. They're going to go for the extra point. The kick is up. And it's no good. It was blocked, nearly blocked by Breon Barton.
Extra point by Palacios is no good.
So we'll take a break here. We'll be back in just a second.
With 11 locations across the state, most everyone has a People's State Bank location close to home. The People's State Bank offers loans of all types, including ag, commercial, home, and business, plus a wide range of checking account options as well. Put their knowledgeable staff to work for you. Find out how one of the 11 statewide locations can help you. Visit psbbanks.com. The People's State Bank, member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
Roof's worn out, and it needs replaced. Who you gonna call?
Roof Masters! Roof Masters Roofing of Colby has been your premier roofing contractor for over 40 years, offering free estimates on all types of roofs, as well as seamless rain gutters and vinyl siding. So give us a call today. What's that number, Jake?
462-6642. I think you better call
Roof Masters! Let's get back to the action. This is the Eagles on Radio and Colby football with Andres Tejeda.
Welcome back. Kickoff was up and brought down around the 35. A flag comes out. There was an aggressive hit there. Merely a helmet-to-helmet contact, at least for what I saw. And we'll see what the official will call it. Personal foul against the Longhorns. So the Eagles will get even better field possession as they're going to cross. They'll be actually marked at the 50-yard line. Best field possession that they've had since the Hunter Vaughn 58-yard run. 7:18 to play. Holcomb leads 26-6, so another 20 points that they're looking to take. Flash to Vaughn, a snap, and it'll be passed over to Breon Barton. He gets enough to make it past the line of scrimmage and maybe a gain of 4 or 5 yards.
Pushed out of bounds by Manny Reyes.
Barton's pushed out of bounds, so they're going to continue to leave the clock going, which is a little odd. The 2nd and 7 at the 47-yard line. False start. It looks like they're going to have a whistle here. I'm not sure if it was a timeout call or what, but it will be a timeout call. We'll stay here. If you're joining us on YouTube, be sure to leave your comments, give your shout-outs to your favorite Eagle player. Remember, you're listening live on your home for Colby Eagle Sports on 100.3 The Ride, KRDQ. We're live here in Denon Field. Lively crowd here today. This is the second home game of the season. Eagles had to start their season with 2 road games. Then their 3rd week was homecoming, their first home game. They won that game. That's the only one they've won this year. Then we're on the road to Hugoton, now back home. Had hit the road again to Goodland. Not too far of a trip, but enough to cross some time zones. We'll be in mountain time. There's a snap and a handoff. Looks like it's to Betts. Betts will be brought down just again at the line of scrimmage. There'll be a loss of 3. Corbin Johnson with the tackle. Be 3rd and 10, 6:17 and rolling. And so the Eagles will head out to Goodland for the I-70 rivalry. That's what I'll call it. Not sure what it's called here in Colby, but if it's not, that's what I'll call it. If it's called something else, please let me know. 6-minute mark now hit, 3rd and 10 at the 50-yard line. The snap, he's looking for a man. He finds him off on the sideline. He's running, and it's short. He's brought down with maybe a gain of 5, and a whistle. And it'll be a flag tossed. It was after the play. So we'll see where it goes. Personal foul against the Longhorns. That's their third personal foul against Holcomb. And it'll be enough for a first down. And another timeout by Holcomb. We'll keep it here. 5:46 to go. The Longhorns have 6 penalties against them. The Eagles have 3. It's a beautiful night for football here. So I've mentioned the crowd is lively. It's a brisk, or not brisk, it's a very warm 82 degrees. We'll feel about 77 according to AccuWeather. The dip tonight, and the weather is going to feel like 48 degrees with the degrees at 453. Tomorrow will be 60 or 86, a real feel of 87. Then Saturday night, tomorrow night, it's going to dip down into the high 50s at 59, but a real feel of 42. Winds blowing at 22 miles per hour, south-southeast, with the max gust winds of 24. Here I am sounding like a meteorologist. And the humidity's at 16%. Why not? Let's keep going. Slight dry heat for the indoor humidity as the Eagles come back from their timeout. Holcomb also hitting the field. Sure, Coach Reese is giving them a play to give here to give them a better field advantage. Hands off to Bradson. We pitch over to Warwick as it was never handed off and taken away by the Longhorns. It was muscled out down to the 50, now the 40, to the 30. He's home free at the 20, now the 10, and a touchdown for the Longhorns. Absolutely muscled away from Tucker Warwick. My goodness, that was, again, a show of the size difference between the Eagles and the Longhorns. So a 70-yard here.
So I need it.
Us. Okay. And it's good.
It's a good score. Holcomb 33, Colby 6.
Holcomb now leads 30. And 33 to 6. Official confirmation on that 70-yard strip for a touchdown. The Damon Mesa, his 4th touchdown of the game. My goodness. Mesa's one of the bigger guys on the field at 5'11", which, when you're around that area, 6 feet and change, or 5 and change, around 6 feet, it's tough to bring him down, especially when most of the guys on the Eagles are 5'10" or below. So the Longhorns will kick it off from their own 40. Be picked up by Vaughn. So he's in the backfield there, and he'll be brought down around the 28-yard line. It's going to be Braden Foss with the pickup there.
First down 10 for Colby from their own 30.
So they actually mark it at the 30-yard line. Emhoff with a movement from the left to the right. Hand off to Betts. Finds a hole up the middle, and he gets a gain of about 4 yards.
Bringing Betts on the carry, tackle made by number 54, Ethan Lorenza.
Be marked around the 34-yard line.
For Colby.
He's 2nd and 7. So now hit the 5-minute mark. Colby trails 33-6. Be 2nd and 6 now. Their own 34. Came up again with movement. Snap to Vaughn. He runs to his left. And he pitches it over to Emhoff, and he's there for a first down and more.
Flag on the play.
And a flag. See where it goes there. To be a holding call against the Eagles here, so they'll have to do it again. Will be brought back 2nd and 16 at around the 25-24 yard line. 4:41 to go. They trail 33-6. Emhoff again with movement. Zane Betts up the middle, and he looks like he's going to be home free. He's actually brought down. What an absolute hit by the Longhorns, but Zane Betts with enough on the carry for an Eagle first down.
Betts picks up the first down for the Eagles.
We'll keep the clock going. 4:30 to go. Snap again to Vaughn. He looks deep. Rolling now to his left. He finds Breon Barton, and he can't make the catch.
Long pass to Barton.
Barton dove, but couldn't keep it in his arms. It would have been a good for about maybe 6 or 7 yards. But they'll have to do it again. 2nd and 10 from their own 43. 4:11 is where the clock will rest. Got the moon out, the sky turning that beautiful royal dark blue. Snap to Vaughn. He hands it off to Betts, but he is picked up early. And a loss of maybe 4 yards. Castillo from the Longhorns read that play just so well and brought Betts down. Now Betts is not an easy guy to bring down. He's one of the bigger guys on the Eagles side. So the 3rd and 13, running clock at 3:40. Eagles trail 33-6. They wait, the snap to Vaughn. Vaughn looking, goes to his left, now his right. Here comes a man, and a pickup by Breon Barton, enough for maybe 6 yards.
Barton complete, tackle made by number 30, Manny Reyes.
Manny Reyes pushes him down, out of bounds. The clock will rest at 3:28. Not enough for a first down, but enough for about 6 yards. That'll be 5 yards. It'll be 4th and 5. See if the Eagles go for it here. Two men on the right, one on the left. The snap. It looks like he'll run it himself. He's going for the first down, and Vaughn finds it. Runs out of bounds, enough for a first down for the Eagles. Clock stops at 3:22. They're now at the Longhorns 48-yard line. The chain links will move. Plenty of time here for the Eagles to score and cut into that deficit. So Holcomb will not find another shutout tonight in their season. The snap, and Vaughn is looking. A flag comes out, and he's going to go out of bounds. Flag on the near side.
Hunter Vaughn on the carry. Runs out of bounds. There is a flag on the play.
We'll see who it's against. Vaughn got back to the line of scrimmage as he went out of bounds. We're awaiting the call here. Another personal foul against the Longhorns.
Personal foul, illegal hand to the face.
The illegal hand to the face against the Longhorns. And they're going to get another first down. 3:15 to go. They'll move up to the 30-yard line.
First down.
That's the fourth personal and the sixth penalty against the Longhorns. A snap, quick snap, deep throw. Finds a man and he drops it. Right up the middle. Looks like that's Braden Imhoff. He's our senior spotlight. He was wide open, but just dropped it.
Imhoff is incomplete. Brings out 2nd and 10 for Colby.
The 2nd and 10 now. 3:11 on the clock. Snap, it'll be a Giesenhagen, and he'll pick up maybe about 3 or 4 yards.
Giesenhagen. He's pulled down by Corbin Johnson. 3rd down and 8 for Eagles.
Running clock, 2:40 to go. Be a pickup of 2 yards. 3rd and 8 at the Longhorn 38. Well, snap to Vaughn. He's looking to throw. He runs to his right, finds Giesenhagen, and it's enough for a first down, possibly. Yes, it is. They're going to move the chain links again.
Pass results in a Colby Eagle first down.
Another first down for the Eagles as they march down the field. 2:21 to go. Going to mark it at the 17-yard line for the Eagles. Hand off to Betts after the snap. He finds a hole up the middle, and he'll pick up maybe 5 or 6 yards. A great run.
Pulled down by number 54, Ethan Arenza.
Past the 2-minute mark, we're at 1:53 now. See where they mark it. Be just beyond the 10-yard line. It'll be 12 and 6 at the Longhorn 13. 1:40 to go. Eagles trail 33-6, looking to find some more points to add into that scoreboard as they're running now, scrambling. Not sure if this is intended, but they still haven't messed it, and now a flag.
Flag on the play.
Definitely going to go against the Eagles here. Imhoff was scrambling. I don't know if he knew where he had to go. Be a false start against the Eagles. That will actually be an illegal procedure. So they're going to lose yards here. Loss of 4 yards, going to do it again. 2nd and 10. Now the Eagles looked lost there, running back and forth in the backfield. 1:11 to go. Imhoff with hand off to Betts up the middle, and he's about to be stuffed, and he is, and he's being still up on his feet, but they're going to call forward progress. I don't know if it's enough. We hit the 1-minute mark now at 55 seconds and a rolling clock. The Eagles need to score here because the Longhorns get possession after the half. This might be the final play they have. They do have timeouts left. The snap to Vaughn. He rolls out, passes over to Betts, and he's stopped. Definitely a loss of yards there. He's brought down about 6 or 7 yards. The clock is going to continue to roll. 15 seconds now.
Brings up 4th and long for the Eagles.
A 4th and long. And it looks like they're going to let the clock roll as we are going to go to halftime here. Nope, they're going to call it. Timeout for the Eagles at 4.2 seconds. So this will be a desperation toss into the end zone for the Eagles. They only got 1 play left. 4th and 18 is where they're going to mark it. 4.2 seconds is where the clock will stop. before we hit halftime. So the Eagles will head out. Vaughn is taking his helmet off and now resets it. 4th and 18, 4.2 seconds left in the half. The Eagles trail 33-6. Stick around, we got the Cornerstone Ag halftime show coming up next. And yes, we do have some students of the week, actually no students of the month. The lineup on the left. And a intentional grounding, they're actually going to pass it over, and it'll be dropped. So what looked to be a funky play will go for net. We'll go to halftime. Vaughn got the snap and spiked it to the ground to Imhoff. It was like a little skip play. And Imhoff was looking for Zane Betts, who was wide open, and he dropped it. So that's where we're going to go to halftime. Eagles trail 15-13. We'll be back after the break with the Cornerstone Ag halftime show on 100.3 The Ride. Your home for Colby Eagle football.
We'll be back with the Cornerstone Ag halftime show with Andres Tejeda right after this.
Today on Hey Culligan, smooth skin and soft hair comes from where? Here's Mike.
Hey Culligan, I've tried every conditioner, lotion, and body wash known to man, and my skin still feels like sandpaper.
It could be your water, Mike.
Oh, that's harsh.
More like hard water. Are you interested in smart, high-efficiency water softeners from Culligan Water?
Huh?
Want baby smooth skin and soft, luxurious hair?
Yeah, can you hurry? I have a date tonight.
We're already on the way, Mike.
Visit your local Culligan dealer, Shepner's Water Conditioning in Goodland and Colby.
A little rain isn't going to stop you. When it comes to protecting your farm's inventories, livestock, and equipment, we'll make sure your buildings work just as hard as you do. We're your local Butler builder. With us, you'll get the advanced engineering of Butler Manufacturing, the industry's leading provider of building systems. Give us a call. We're your local Butler builder.
In Northwest Kansas, call Stevens Construction at 785-462-7571 to discover the difference a Butler building can make.
Don't just insure your stuff, strut your stuff with Strut Insurance Services. Darvin and his professional agents in Colby and Brewster represent a wide variety of insurance companies. They can personally shop for a specific company and policy that offer you the absolute best coverage for the best price on most anything you own. Auto, motorcycle, home, crop, farm. If it has a value to you, they can cover it. Strut Insurance Services is locally owned and operated with hometown agents that are experienced and offer fast claims. Located at 1675 West 4th Street in Colby and Brewster, just look for the big yellow sign of Strut Insurance Services.
SurePoint Ag Systems is hiring in all departments as they continue to grow. Their recently announced joint venture with John Deere is creating numerous growth opportunities. Sales, customer support, on-site product installation, accounting and admin support, engineering and warehouse, on-site and remote positions are available. To apply, please email your resume and cover letter to jobs@surepointag.com. They're an equal opportunity employer. Learn more about SurePoint Ag Systems at www.surepointag.com.
Welcome to the Cornerstone Ag Halftime Show, brought to you by Cornerstone Ag. For all of your grain storage, marketing, and handling needs, get the most for your hard work with the professionals at Cornerstone Ag. Now, with a breakdown of the first half, here's Andres Tejeda.
Welcome to the Cornerstone Ag halftime show. You're listening to the Twisted Sisters. We're not going to take it by your Colby Eagle band. The marching band did a great job. Get you set here with a first half summary. The Longhorns managed to score 33 points in the first half, 20 at the first quarter. 7-27, 13-yard run by Mammy Reyes put them up 6-0. They went for the 2-point attempt. It went no good. Then a 14-yard run by the quarterback, Damon Mesa. The extra point was good, put them up 13-0. With 42.6 seconds in the first quarter, a 20-yard run by Damon Mesa again got the extra point to put them up 20-0. Clock rolled out at the end of the first quarter. Second quarter came up, and the Eagles found a way to score first. 10:54, 58-yard run by Hunter Vaughn. A great fake handoff to what I believe was Tucker Ward. Worked to perfection as Hunter Vaughn found a hole up the middle and found greener pastures and found himself in the end zone for a good 6 points. They went for the 2-point conversion. It's no good, but at that point the Eagles trailed 6-20. 7:23 in the second quarter, 4-yard run by David Messa for the hat trick of touchdowns. His third touchdown of the game. The extra point would be no good. They would lead 26-6, so leading by 20 points. 5:30 to go in the second quarter. A 30-yard strip from Taylon Ward. Damon Mesa on the defensive side picked that one up and took it to the house. Strip six, if you will, to give the Longhorns a 33-6 lead. So a 26-point lead the Longhorns have in the first half. We'll be back with more on your home for Colby Eagle football. That's your first half scoring summary here on 100.3 The Ride, your home for Colby Eagle football.
Coming up next on the Cornerstone Ag Halftime Show,
We'll have the Colby Community College High School Student of the Week.
Professor Penny, welcome to Taco John's. I have crunched the numbers, and it just can't be. You talking about our new 4-cheese quesadilla? Yes, it's scientifically impossible. How can you fit melty asadero, queso blanco, Monterey Jack, and cheddar inside? And chipotle lime sauce and sirloin steak or grilled chicken. But how? We, melt it. Ah, so it's quadrophysics. Got it. Try the new 4-cheese steak or chicken quesadilla. Only at Taco John's. Bigger, bolder, better. Download our app to earn free food.
Hi, this is J.L. Evans, Banking Center President at Western State Bank in Colby. I'd like to welcome Brent Moss to our commercial and ag lending team as we continue to grow. Brent joins our Colby Banking Center after more than 13 years as a local lender. He holds a bachelor's degree in finance and has a background in farming. Visit with Brent Moss, Matt Smith, or me, J.L. Evans, at our Colby Banking Center today. Visit WSBKS.com for contact information. Western State Bank, continuing to invest in Northwest Kansas. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Hola, soy Randy con Farmers and Merchants Bank of Colby. Cuando banco con nosotros, siempre puede obtener un servicio amistosa y caras sonrientes para ayudarlo. Ofrecemos cuentas gratis, prestamos, banco por internet y mucho más. Queremos invitarte a nuestro banco donde el proceso es rápido y fácil. Llámanos a 785-460-3321 con cualquier pregunta. Farmers and Merchants Bank, miembro FDIC.
Welcome back to the Cornerstone Ag Halftime Show. Here's Colby Community College High School Student of the Week.
Welcome back to the Cornerstone Ag Halftime Show. This is a new segment that we finally have a little bit of a piece for. It is the Colby Community College Colby High School Student of the Month. And we have 8 students who are being recognized. Getting things started, we'll start off with the freshman class. Congratulations to Cody Wright and Ava Rogers. Sophomore class members Braden Foss and Caitlin Carrillo. Juniors Zane Betts and Maya Rodriguez. And the Colby High School seniors Halil Cardenas and Sydney Brown. Congratulations. These students were nominated by teachers for working with others by sharing ideas, respecting fellow teammates, and doing their fair share of work to accomplish a common goal. Congratulations. These are qualities that will carry...
Cornerstone is something that is essential or indispensable. That's why Cornerstone Ag has it in their name. They know it's essential to have the best facilities to make it quick and easy for you to get in and out of the has indispensable knowledge and experience to help you market your grain so you get the most for all your hard work.
You're never alone with Cornerstone.
Delicious food, friendly service, and a fun, relaxed atmosphere. You find it all at El Dos de Oros in Colby. Mexican favorites that your entire family can enjoy. Delicious, sizzling hot fajitas, scrumptious enchiladas, tasty tacos, burritos stuffed to the brim, and of course, the best margaritas around. That's all at El Dos de Oros. Go find them at 1921 South Range Avenue in Colby and enjoy delicious Mexican food.
Welcome back to the Cornerstone Ag Halftime Show. Here are the keys to the second half with Andres Tejeda.
Welcome back to the Cornerstone Ag Halftime Show. The Eagles have come out after halftime. The keys definitely going to be on the defensive side. The Eagles need to find a way to get those tackles, make the tackles, as well as, and then on the offensive side, you got guys wide open. You can't be dropping the ball like that. We've seen that happen about 3 or 4 times tonight. We've seen it happen many times last week in Hugoton. The Eagles just need to fix those small, fundamental things. Catch the ball, make those tackles low. Get the tackles low around the legs, because around the upper body or waist area, it's not going to work. These guys are a lot bigger, and that's okay. You just got to find ways to bring them down. So those are going to be your second keys of the half, or keys to the second half. We'll be back with kickoff here in just about 2 minutes as the Eagles make their runs, but great halftime show by the band and the dance team. Hopefully you caught that on YouTube. We did have some technical difficulties on the YouTube side. Wind did knock down our camera. They were unoperated at that time, or unmanned, but we're back and running. We will not have the play clock going, so I'm going to do my best to keep you guys updated, but we're going to go take a break, and we'll be back with the second coming up next on 100.3 The Ride. Thanks for joining us for the Cornerstone Ag Halftime Show. We'll be right back.
Young, beginning, and small farmers and ranchers are driving innovation and change while defining the future of farming. And Farm Credit of Western Kansas wants to be part of this transformation. With your fresh perspectives and creative approaches, combined with the credit expertise you'll find at Farm Credit, will help turn your dreams into success stories. Hi, I'm John Horman. Come see me Mondays from 10 to 2 in Oberlin at the B Building, or call me at 785-462-6714. Farm Credit of Western Kansas, financing ag for generations.
The new school year is underway, and you made sure your kids got all the supplies they needed to be successful. Backpacks, pens, paper, pencils, notebooks. But did you make sure that they had the visual tools they needed to be successful? Hi, this is Dr. Sam Funk with Funk Optometry in Colby, Atwood, and Hoxie. And studies show that up to 80% of learning is visual. Make sure your kids have the visual tools they need to be successful. Call my office today to make an appointment in Colby, Atwood, or Hoxie. And let's make this a successful school year.
Let's get back to the action. This is the Eagles on Radio and Colby Football with Andres Tejeda.
Welcome back to 100.3 The Ride, your home for Colby Eagle football. Getting underway here for the second half of action as the cheerleaders are throwing footballs. See if I can get one from them. Window is open. It doesn't seem like I'll be able to get one. Maybe next time. I'll let the cheer team know that I want one of those footballs. Come on, guys. Ladies, I want a football. Come on. The teams line up and get ready for kickoff. The Eagles will be kicking it off here to the Longhorns. I also want to give a special shout out to the dance team. Every week they have been so kind to give everyone in the booth some goodie bags, and it's just nice. It's a nice, kind gesture that it's always fun when you come in, you see a little goodie bag at your desk, and your spot in the press box. So big shout out to the dance team and the parents who run it as we get underway. The kick is up, picked up at the 20. And it'll be Palacios to pick it up, and oh my gosh, he's got some huge run. Now at the 50, now the 45, and he pushed out of bounds around the 45. What a run for the Longhorns. It was in fact Chris Palacios on that pickup there. Wow. Great return there.
Holcomb drives again, first down and 10.
So they will, in fact, get on the Eagles 44. 11:52 is on the clock. Killed 8 seconds there. The Eagles are trailing 33-6. The first and 10 at the 47. The snap, a fake. Lee Mesa to take it himself, and enough for a first down and more as he's finally tripped up.
Damon Mesa on the carry, tripped up.
As Damon Mesa has been putting the entire team on his back. He's got 4 touchdowns tonight.
First down for Holcomb.
They'll mark it around the 35-yard line. Actually, mark it at the 33. 11:31 to go. First and 10. The snap, handoff, or pitch to Manny Reyes. He's going to have enough for a first down at the 20 now. He breaks one tackle. The ball is loose. And on top of it, it looks like the Eagles have recovered. And it's still going to go to the Longhorns as the officials signal it. But it was stripped out of the hands of Manny Reyes. It's going to be enough for a first down, but my goodness. Reyes was home free if the strip had not come out. Put it at the 8-yard line. It'll be first and goal. Oh, that was exciting. First and 10 on the 8-yard line. Mesa lines up. He gets the snap, hands it up to Reyes up the middle. He might get a yard or two. It looks like they'll drop him at the 5, so a gain of 3. So the clock now rolls to 10:40. Second and 5. 10:35 to go. Again, apologies to clock on the scoreboard, but the winds are strong tonight. Knocked over our camera, if you can believe it. But we're at 10:20. Second and 5. A receiver on the far left side. Snap, handoff, a fake. It'll be Mason to take it himself. He goes out to the outside, and enough for a touchdown. A 5-yard run for the 5th touchdown for number 5, Damon Mesa. A 5-yard run this time. 10:06. Going to line up for the extra point here. Kick is up, and it was blocked. It'll be no good. They will now lead 39-6. We'll take a quick break here, and we'll be back at 100.3.
Farmers, make sure you are taking advantage of all the products and services the High Plains Co-op has to offer, now including their new HPC Risk Management LLC program, helping hardworking farmer members like yourself manage risks in the marketing and crop insurance sector.
Hi, this is Lyle Russell, your local grain marketing specialist. Contact me today at 785-269-7716, and I can help you establish and create profitability through custom marketing plans for your farming operation.
Hoover Lumber is much more than just your ordinary hardware store. They, of course, sell lumber, tools, paint, and many other items, including grill, smokers, and lawn care products, but they also provide services that the typical hardware stores don't. Lose your car keys or fob? Well, they can program and cut keys for all kinds of vehicles, new and old. Have a big gathering coming up? Well, Hoover's rents out high-quality lifetime tables and chairs. Plus, their staffs are knowledgeable and even more helpful, going the extra mile, making sure you're taken care of. It's your not-so-typical hardware store, Hoover Lumber Ace Hardware in Goodland and Colby.
You're listening to the Eagles on Radio and Colby Eagle Football on 100.3 The Ride with Andres Tejeda.
Welcome back to 100.3, your home for Colby Eagle Football on 100.3 The Ride. Great kick on the kickoff. It'll be brought back. It'll be received and brought down at around the 26-yard line. At the 25, just under 10 minutes. It'll be 9:59 on the clock. Holcomb now leads 39-6 on another touchdown. That's the 5th touchdown for Damon Mesa. 5-yard run. He took it himself. The extra point was no good. But Holcomb looking to get into 40-point territory again. They've done that a few times this season already. The snap to Vaughn, handoff to up the middle to Zane Betts. He gets a pickup of about 8 or 7 yards. A great run up the middle.
Down by Corbin Johnson.
Corbin Johnson with the tackle for the Longhorns.
Second down and 2.
So it'll be a 2nd and 2 is where they'll mark it on the 28-yard line. 29 possibly. Actually, it'll be the 34. I'm looking at the wrong hash line. That gridiron, let me tell you. The snap to Vaughn, another handoff, a fake throw after the fact, but it looks like it'll be a loss of yards here. As a flag, oh my goodness. It'll be against the Longhorns. The whistles blew, and they still pushed him down and actually yanked him down. So it looks like it'll be a first down for the Eagles. Personal foul again against.
Another personal foul against Holcomb.
Against Holcomb. That is the 5th personal foul and the 7th penalty against the Longhorns. So it'll be enough for a Colby Eagle first down. 9:18 on the clock as the Eagles will move up to about the 47 or 46-yard line. They'll actually mark it at the 48. 1st and 10. The clock now runs. It's 9:09. The Eagles trail 39-6. The snap to Vaughn. A pass up the middle. And it'll actually be a handoff up to Betts, and it'll be brought down around the line of scrimmage.
That's on the carry.
Hit the 9-minute mark now at 8:55. It'll be 2nd and 10. Maybe 2nd and 9. It will be 2nd and 9. They'll move up to the 49-yard line.
9 to Colby.
So we'll line up again. One wide receiver to the right. It looks like that's Eamhoff. Tight end and a running back. It actually will be Eamhoff to run across. A handoff to Eamhoff, and he's looking for an opening. He finds one on the line, sidelines, but maybe a gain of about 2 or 3 yards. And it might be just one as they mark it at the 50.
3rd down and 8 for the Eagles.
This will be 3rd and 8 at the 50-yard line. So the Eagles will line up on the near side on the left hash mark facing the west end zone. Actually, it'll be the east end zone. Turned around, I'm facing south. The snap to Vaughn. He drops back looking for a man. He finds Wark on the ends there, and Wark is looking for a way again. He breaks one tackle, now a second, but now he's caught up. It looks like Palacios going to be the one to bring him down, and it'll be brought back at the line of scrimmage. Forward progression brought him back there. So it'll be 4th and 8 at the 50. See if the Eagles will go for it. They are at the 50-yard line, so they could have it. They already have made one 4th down conversion. It looks like they will go for the 4th down here. 4th and 8, 7:50 to go. And they are at the center point of the field at the 50-yard line as we now go to 7:44. Holcomb leads 39-6 against the Colby Eagles. 3 receivers on the right, 1 running back to his side. The tight end now. Snap to Vaughn, a deep pass into the corner. It's all alone, and the great catch! My goodness, no, he drops it! He had it in his hands, and he dropped it. He was down at the 5-yard line. My goodness! Breon Barton had it. Oh, it would have been the biggest play of the year. Oh, my goodness. And we talked about it in the Cornerstone Ag halftime show. You got to make those catches. Would have been a beautiful, absolutely perfect toss to Breon. He was all alone. We were looking at the end zone there, and he caught it around the 5-yard line. Just could not complete it. Could not hold it as when he went down, the ball dropped out. Again, those are the small plays there that you got to get right. So it'll be the Longhorns to pick it up at the 50. 7:28 to go as the clock rests there. Longhorns lead 39-6. The snap. He's looking for a man deep, and oh my goodness, nearly caught, but he was out of bounds. Would have been around the 20-yard line there. Another deep pass.
Defending for the Eagles is
Cason Carroll was there defending against the pass. We'll do it again. 2nd and 10. Clock is stopped at 7:21 in the third quarter. This will be the fourth play where the ball is arrested at the 50-yard line. Holcomb leads 39-6. 2nd and 10 at the 50. Dawson Mendoza in the quarterback spot. One receiver to the right. Two running backs. It'll be Manny Reyes to make the fake throw. It'll actually be another toss deep by Mesa. No good. Palacios was the intended receiver. He would have caught it around the 20 or the 15-yard line. And another flag. I'm going to assume that it's going to go against the Eagles. Let's see what it is here. And it will be against the Longhorns. We're still awaiting the call. I'm not sure what it was. Holding against the Longhorns, and they're going to take a trip back to the 40, to their own 40 actually, or to their own 35, as they continue to march down.
2nd down 25 for the Longhorns.
2nd and 25, a 15-yard penalty against them on the holding call. So, 2nd and long, quick pass over to the left side, and wide open is the receiver, but he's brought down. A flag comes out. It's going to be against the Eagles after the hit.
Tackle on the play by Breon Barton. There is a flag.
Looks like it'll be against Breon Barton. A huge hit again. That man loves to hit. Loves to get physical. So it is personal foul face mask against the Eagles. That's their fourth foul, first personal of the game. We got some breaking news in the sports world. Albert Pujols hit the 700 mark last 3 nights ago. Now his number 701. He's hit 701. What a great career for that guy. Baseball is personally my favorite sport, but congratulations to the St. Louis Cardinal legend and future Hall of Famer Albert Pujols. Here comes a snap from Mesa, and it's taken away. Interception by Breon Barton, and he comes down. A late flag. My goodness. The Eagles have intercepted, but a flag comes down late on the tackle. I assume it's going to be against the Longhorns. So it's going to be the Eagle football, and it's going to go the other way. And the tackle was a face mask on Breon Barton was brought down by a face mask hold. So there's a personal foul, and they're going to keep on going down the field. That's the 8th penalty against the Longhorns. You heard it earlier in the pregame show. The head coach for the Longhorns said that they struggle with penalties, and we're seeing it here. Hunter Vaughn with the snap, hands off to Zane Betts. They're going to take it from their own 25, actually their own 26, and it looks like they'll stop it there. Again, it'll be 2nd and 10.
In on the play for the Longhorns in the 56, Cooper Kishner.
The Eagles have found some momentum here after the Breon Barton interception, then getting to march down the field after the personal foul on the face mask. 6:25 to play. The Eagles trail 6-39. They're going to get on the scoreboard once more. The snap. He rolls to his left, and he pitches it over. Another great play to Imhoff, but it doesn't look like he'll have enough for a first to even get back to the line of scrimmage.
He's brought down by Corbin Johnson.
Be 3rd and 11 or 12 as he lost for 2 yards, it looks like.
They're down 6 for the Eagles.
Actually, no, he'll gain some yards. Be 3rd and 6. My eyes are getting crossed with these hash marks and lines here, folks. But it is a gain of 3 yards. 3rd and 7 on the Longhorns 22. Colby looking for another touchdown here. The snap. He draws back, or runs back, going to his right. Another pass. Now for a first down, is it? No good. It looks like the ball was dropped on the pass to Tucker Wark.
Defending for the Longhorns.
So it'll be 4th and 7. See if the field goal unit wants to come out here. If they're going to
fourth down,
go here, 4th and 7. And they are on the 22-yard line, so enough in the red zone here. See if they go for it, if they'll take 3 points. And it looks like they will go for it. They have made a 4th down conversion early in the game. This will be their 4th attempt at 4th down. 2 receivers to the right, 1 on the left. Hunter Vaughn rolls back, throws over the middle, and caught by Breon Barton. Is it enough for a first down? It is! He crosses over the line, gets the first down, and the Eagles are within about 15 yards of a touchdown. 5:24 is marked on the clock, and we're at rest. The Eagles still trail 6-39, but a big cheer from the crowd here. They'll line up. They mark it at the 13. 5:24 to go. 1st and 10. Handoff to Tucker Wark. Wark is nearly brought down. He's spinning and now finally brought down. I don't know if he's got enough to get back to the line of scrimmage. It looks like we're a loss of 1 or 2 yards. It will be a loss of 1, so they'll bring him back to the 14. 2nd and 11. 5:06, 5:05 as the clock runs. Colby's looking for that touchdown. Only able to score once in the second quarter. That was a second quarter run at 10:54. A 58-yard run by Hunter Vaughn on a great fake pass, or fake handoff. Found his way up the middle and took it all the way to the house. This has probably been the best field positioning for the Eagles to start. The opponent 14. Fake handoff, and Hunter Vaughn is brought down. It was going to be a fake handoff to Eamhoff. But Kristen Orton found and read the play well. As the clock now passes 4:30, it's now 4:25 in the third quarter. They lost 3 yards there, 3rd and 14. Ball's now on the 18-yard line. We'll see if they can't get it here. Will they bring the field goal unit out? They are closer. Not as close as they would like to get the touchdown, obviously. So now at the 4-minute mark, rolling clock. 3:58 now. The snap. The deep pass into the corner to Zane Betts. Is it enough? No! Manny Reyes got in between him and the ball at the last second. It hit off of Reyes' back in between the numbers. And Zane Betts couldn't make the catch as there was the big man, Mr. Reyes, there to make the block. Otherwise, we're looking at an Eagle touchdown. So they'll try it again. 4th and 14. Ball on the 15-yard line. Here's the snap to Vaughn. He looks deep. No one open. He finds Imhoff, and it's enough. And he's not out. He couldn't make the first down. There'll be a turnover for the Eagles, and the Longhorns will pick it up at about the 6-yard line. So the Eagles will have a chance here to possibly get the safety. Clock rests at 3:44. Eagles could not make the pass here. Here's the 7th attempt, 7th drive for the Longhorns. They have scored on every drive so far. So the Longhorns are going to line up at the 6-yard line. That's where Imhoff was able to come out of bounds. Handoff up the middle, and he'll get around the 10 is where they'll mark it with forward progress. Again, the Eagles have not found a way to bring down the Longhorns. Clock is running 3:30, 3:29 now. Holcomb leads 39-6.
Second down, 6 for the Longhorns.
Colby's 0-3 on the road, 1-0 at home. It's a 5-possession game here for the Eagles. Clock running now, 3:05, 3:04. 39-6. The Longhorns lead. Pitching back into the backfield to Reyes. Reyes is open and makes a first down and brought down around the 17-yard line. So he gets the first down. We brought out of bounds. Clock will continue to run. 2:50 to go. Play clock's at 22 seconds. Now, if you recall, the Longhorns gave up the ball on a toss that Brandon Eemhoff or Breon Barton was able to intercept. And there's a flag on the play after the snap, and it's against the Longhorns, a false start. So Colby gets a little bit of life here as they push him back to the edge of their doorstep. See what they can do here. They have two receivers to the left, one on the far right. A hand up off the middle. It looks like Manny Reyes again will be the man to push it through. It's enough to get maybe a little closer to the first down or to the 10-yard line that they need.
Reyes on the carry. Tackle made by Breon Barton.
Breon Barton again with a tackle there. He's racking up the points here, tackles here.
Second down 8 for Holcomb.
So 2nd and 8. Reyes picked up a lot of yards there. It's 1st and 15. The snap, 2nd and 8. Pitched off again to Reyes. Reyes gets past 1, now 2. Breon Barton comes down and a flag. And it looks like it's going to be against Barton and maybe a face mask hold. Holding. It's a hold against the Longhorns. And they're going to move further back. I thought that was on Breon Barton. The flag came out as Breon wrapped his arms around the upper part of Reyes and brought him down. So they're going to push him back even further. Be around the 12-yard line. Clock hits 1:20 in the third quarter. Longhorns were able to score once in this quarter. That's again on the 5th touchdown by Damon Mesa. Quarterback putting the team on his back here. So the 2nd and 16 at the 12, and a flag against the Eagles. And they'll march down the field again. So back-to-back flags have been traded. Clock is going to continue to run. We'll hit the 1-minute mark. Eagles trail 39-6. Be up for 5 yards. They'll gain. So it'll be 2nd and 11. Longhorns have time. They still keep possession going into the fourth quarter. The snap and handoff. Still running. He finds room. He's going down to the 40. Now the 45, and Breon Barton brings him down. My goodness, what a gain. That was Dominique Orozco with a great carry. 2nd and 11. Now brought all the way up to the 45. Maybe even the 48. Yes, it will be the 48. So gain of well over 20 yards. 21 to the 48. My goodness. So they'll line up at the 48. 30.5 seconds to go in the third quarter. The snap. A flag.
Flag on the play.
False start against the Longhorns. That's their 14th flag.
First down, 15 for Holcomb.
So 29.4, essentially 30 seconds left to play in the third quarter. A tough night for the Longhorns in the penalty column. 14 penalties, most of them personal fouls. So we'll line up again at the 43. It'll be first and 15. A snap handoff up the middle, and he's brought around the line of scrimmage. Maybe a gain of 1 or 2 as he's finally brought down. Looks like it'll be, haven't seen a number yet, but it was Reyes with the carry. Braden Foss with the tackle. As we wind down 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're going to hit the end of the third quarter. We'll be back after a quick break here on 100.3 The Ride. You're home for Colby Eagle Football.
Coffee with a view of freshly capped mountains is great. McCafe coffee with pumpkin spice is perfect. Fall is nice. Fall with blankets of gold-colored aspen leaves is better. Pumpkins are fun. Pumpkins in a mile-high pumpkin patch are amazing. Right now at McDonald's, add some pumpkin spice flavor to your $2 any-sized iced coffee or $1 any-sized hot coffee. Fall flavor lovers, rejoice. Price and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer.
To guarantee your home's heating and cooling system is ready for whatever the season's weather brings, call McKee Incorporated today. At McKee Incorporated, we're the people you know and trust right in your community. Only McKee Incorporated can give you expert and authentic Lennox quality coupled with savings that make achieving perfect air in your home easier than ever. For a limited time, they're offering $1,200 in rebates and monthly payments as low as $132 on a brand new Lennox system. To get quality Lennox equipment, unmatched savings, and trusted service, think McKee Incorporated and call 785-462-3132 today. Conditions apply. See dealer for details.
Let's get back to the action. This is the Eagles on Radio and Colby Football with Andres Tejeda.
Welcome back to Colby Eagle Football on 100.3 The Ride. You're home for Colby Eagle Football. If you're just joining us, we are hitting the fourth quarter here. Clock is reset to 12 minutes. Holcomb leads the Eagles 39-6. Ball will be at the second and 9. Ball will be put on the 49-yard line of Holcomb. So say hello to our friends on YouTube, watching on YouTube Live. If you would like to watch the game, we are live on YouTube. And I'm Andre Tejeda, your host and voice of your Colby Eagles. The lineup again at the 49, the snap, handoff. It'll be a fake, and it'll actually be Johnson in the quarterback spot, and a great pickup, about 2 yards for the Longhorns. Looks like Tucker Work was on the tackle there.
Keegan Johnson to Devin Garcia is complete. Tackle made by Braden Foss.
Actually, Braden Foss on the tackle. Johnson to Garcia for a pick of about 3 yards.
Third down, 7.
2 would be 3rd and 7. The clock now rolls down to 11:30. Holcomb leads 39-6. Ball will cross the 50-yard line. It'll be at the 49 of the Eagles. A flag.
Flag on the play.
And a false start. It looks like it'll be against the Longhorns. Another penalty there. That is their, let's see, their ninth penalty. So we push back 3rd and 12 on their own 49. They were at the Eagle 49, but now they're at the 46 of their own. 3rd and 12, the snap, a handoff, it'll actually be a fake. The quarterback will run it himself, and it'll be brought back down. It actually will be handoff to Palacios. And Johnson is in the quarterback spot. It's not Mesa. And Mesa has 5 touchdowns on the day. Manny Reyes scored the first, and Dan Mesa scored the rest. The 4th and 10. It looks like the Longhorns will punt it away. 10:40 to go on the clock as the clock still runs down. 14 seconds on the play clock. Punt is up. And it looks like it'll land around the 25, now bouncing to the 20. And it'll be picked up at the 20. So no pickup there. We'll take a quick break. We'll be right back.
What's better than getting a new iPhone? Also getting an Apple Watch on us with 1 month free service. You heard that right. At NextTech Wireless, you can get an Apple Watch on us with a month of free cellular service when you buy a new iPhone. Come visit us at a location near you or call or text at 877-621-2600 for more information. NextTech Wireless. We are Kansas.
Pain can affect everyone. It pays no attention to age, body type, or gender. This is Dr. Kristen Parker with Northwest Kansas Chiropractic. We treat patients of all ages from infants to the elderly using tried and true traditional techniques and our constantly updated advanced technology. I see pregnancy patients on a regular basis as well with safe treatments that often bring much needed comfort. Effective, comfortable, and professional care for all at Northwest Kansas Chiropractic Clinic. Learn more at nwkchiro.com.
You're listening to the Eagles on Radio and Colby Eagle Football on 100.3 The Ride with Andres Tejeda.
Welcome back to the Colby Eagles on 100.3 The Ride. 2 plays that the Eagles have made, two first down plays. First was to Imhoff, a great 15-yard pass, and now another great 10-yard play. As the Eagles are now at the 50-yard line. 9:45. Eagles have been marching down the field quickly here after the punt was kicked away. Snap to Vaughn. He's going to go again with the play. And he finds himself in trouble. 2 Longhorns around him. He tosses it into the Longhorn bench. Looked like it was going to be intended for Tucker Ward, but again, out of bounds. They're going to do it again. 2nd and 10 at the 50. Clock rests at 9:28. Holcomb leads 39-6. And we're in the 4th quarter. 9.5 left to go. Eagles line up. 2 runners on the left. Tight end and Tucker Ward. They're going to hand it off to Betts in the run in the backfield. He's got enough for a first down, and he's brought down. A run of about 12 or 13 yards as the Eagles are marching down the field. Clock is going to continue to run. 9:20 to go. Put it at the 37-yard line of the Longhorns. 9:10 to play. Holcomb leads 39-6. Play clock at 18 seconds. A snap, another handoff to Betts. He's running and gets about 6 or 7 yards. As the clock rolls to 8:50. The 2nd and about 4.
2nd down and 2.
It's going to be 2nd and 2. 8:35 to go. Holcomb leads 39-6. 2nd and 2 for the Eagles. They're on the Longhorn 29. 2 receivers to his left, 2 on his right. Zane Betts right behind him. Another handoff to Betts. There'll be a fake. Vaughn has it. He's running over to the sideline. He's going to get a first down. Is it enough? He's brought down nearly right where the line is, and it's going to be enough. Another first down for the Eagles. Clock is going to keep rolling. 8:15 to go. 1st and 10 at the Longhorn 25. 8-minute mark is now hit, come, and gone. 7:58 to play. Snap to Vaughn. Hand off to Betts. Fake. Pass over to Tucker Ward on the outside, and he drops it. Incomplete. That'll stop the clock at 7:52. They'll do it again. 2nd and 10 at the Longhorn 25. Reese McKinney's got to be happy with this drive here. Looks like it's going to be Giesenhagen on the far right side. Took her work on the far left. After Eamhoff, he runs across, he gets the fake handoff, and Vaughn will take it himself. Pick him about 5 yards.
After Vaughn on the carry, tripped up by Greg Martinez.
Martinez trips him up. See where they mark it. It looks like it will be about 5 or 6 yards. 7:35 to go.
Third down and 4.
It's 3rd and 4. So they are at the 20-yard line, or the 19 is where they'll mark it. 7.5, now 7:25 to go in the fourth quarter. Eagles looking to score a touchdown here. Hit the scoreboard one more time. Eamhoff going from left to right, or right to left. Hand up to Betts, and is it enough? It looks like it will be for another Eagle first down.
Ball carried by Wayne Betts. Back on the play by number 6.
And it will be enough. No, don't see the chain links moving just yet. And they will finally move. Might have been short, but they will continue to go. Clock runs at 7:06. 1st and 10 at the Longhorn 15. 7-minute mark now. Come, hit, and went. 2 receivers on the right, and Eamhoff and Wark. 1 on the left, and Giesenhagen. Betts behind Vaughn in the quarterback spot. It looks like it'll be a false start against the Longhorns. And they'll move up some more. It'll actually be a false start against the Eagles. So they'll lose 5 yards. It'll be 1st and 15. They'll move back to the Longhorn 16-yard line. 1st and long, 6:47 to go. Holcomb leads 39-6. The clock will run now, 6:44 to go. Get the snap to Vaughn. Hands it off to Betts. Betts pushing his way up the middle. Looks like he'll gain those 5 yards back, so it'll be 2nd and 10 or 2nd and 9.
Wayne Betts on the carry. Tackle made by number 21, Angus Smith, and number 64, J.D.
So we'll be 2nd and 9. They'll put it down at the
2nd down 9 for the Eagles.
10-yard line. 2nd and 9. 6:03 to go. Eagles threatening at the doorstep. Another handoff to Betts. It's fake. It'll go to Vaughn. Vaughn's going for the end zone, and he will make it. Hunter Vaughn with his 2nd touchdown of the night, a 10-yard run. And the Eagles score. It is now 12:39. Looks like they're going for the 2-point conversion. 5:45 left to play. Hunter Vaughn again with his 2nd touchdown of the night, running it into the end zone. A handoff to Wark, but he's brought down. So the Eagles find a way to get back on the scoreboard. It's 39-12. We'll be back with a quick break on 100.3 The Ride. You're home for Colby.
With 11 locations across the state, most everyone has a People's State Bank location close to home. The People's State Bank offers loans of all types, including ag, commercial, home, and business, plus a wide range of checking account options as well. Put their knowledgeable staff to work for you. Find out how one of the 11 statewide locations can help you. Visit psbbanks.com. The People's State Bank, member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
Roof's worn out, and it needs replaced. Who you gonna call?
Roof Masters! Roof Masters Roofing at Colby has been your premier roofing contractor for over 40 years, offering free estimates on all types of roofs, as well as seamless rain gutters and vinyl siding. So give us a call today. What's that number, Jake?
462-6642. I think you better call
Roof Masters! Let's get back to the action. This is the Eagles on Radio and Colby Football with Andres Tejeda.
Welcome back to Colby football. 1.3 the ride. The Eagles will line up for the kickoff. They'll be picked up at the 35. A great run by Manny Reyes. He's going to continue to go now at the 30. He'll be brought down around the 32-yard line of the Eagles. After the last play of the two-point conversion, personal foul was called against the Eagles. Unsportsmanlike conduct was the call as we have a man down. Not sure who it is, but we'll take another. Well, we can't take a break here. We're going to have to stay here. And not sure who's on the ground there right now, but all the Eagles and the Longhorns have taken a knee as the field has gone quiet. Clock stops at 5:47. We haven't seen any movement yet from the man in question. Give you a quick scoring summary of the second half. So the Longhorns found a way to score here with Dawson Mesa scoring his 5th touchdown on a 5-yard run. Extra point was no good. That gave him the 39-6 lead. In the fourth quarter, 5:54, apologies. A 10-yard run by Hunter Vaughn for his 2nd touchdown of the game. 2-point conversion was no good, and that's where we're at, 39-12. The Eagle in question is still on the ground. He has made some movement. He's moved his legs. Everyone's taking a knee here. The sidelines of both the Eagles and the Longhorns, and even the cheer teams have taken a knee. It's been fairly quiet here at Denon Field since they've been out there for about a minute and a half now. Reese McKinney is lined up on the L of the Eagles. And he's down around the 45-yard line. And it's good to see some movement being made here against for the Eagles guy. And they're going to look over to the medical tent. We got an ambulance here, and they're probably going to take this young man over. He is moving, so we know he's conscious. Be sure to stick with us. We got the post game coming up next. 5:47 to go here. Maybe a lot to talk about here in the post game show. And actually, it is Reese McKinney who's over there. It's Reese McKinney and the assistant coach both wearing khakis and the gray and orange. So now the medical staff has reached over to the man in question who's down on the field. As we wait, looks like they're going to bring out the stretcher here to carry him off the field. So it's unfortunately a scary sight here. You never want to see it here, especially at this age. Football can be a dangerous sport. We saw it happen last night in Thursday Night Football with the Miami Dolphins and their quarterback Tua Tagovailoa. He may be suffering from a concussion. I'm talking about the quarterback for the Dolphins here, not the Eagles. We don't want to assume anything here, but he will be carried off. Unfortunately, will not be able to make it off his own power. As the medical staff now comes and will shift him from the ground to the gurney. And the clock is stopped at 5:47. Holcomb leading 39-12. So overhearing some of the chatter in the press box, it looks like it'd be Braden Foss who took a hard hit. No one on the field has moved. Unfortunately, I don't have a break to play with you all, so you're just going to join us here. If you're here on YouTube, feel free to put down some comments. We'll answer some questions there. As the medical team on the field will continue to aid Braden Foss. It's always a scary sight when you see a young man go down like this. Braden Foss has had a few tackles today, actually. Denon Field has gone completely silent. Medical team now put him on the gurney. They've strapped him in. We obviously give our hearts to the players. He's now lifted and carried off the field, and the applause will now come from the fans from Colby and Holcomb. A dangerous sight as Braden Foss is now carried off the field, and you can only hold your breath for so long. Again, I want to reiterate that statement. We don't know what happened. We don't want to assume anything that has happened. Obviously, for the privacy of the young man and for his family. But it's always a dangerous thing, and that's the consequence with this game. If you play hard, and sometimes it hits you harder. As they're still in the injury timeout, the referees or the linesmen and officials are gathered around the 30-yard line. Not sure if there's going to be any repercussions or anything. I doubt there will be. But the Eagles will gather around the 40-yard line. It's a tough. Oh my goodness! It is the emotion here is breathless. That's the word I'm going to go with. No one has made a sound. We're going to see here what the next play will be. Again, if you're just joining us, we're in the fourth quarter. 5:37 to go. Eagles trail the Holcomb Longhorns 12-39. As the Longhorns, they looked like they were going to make an attempt to go and line up, but they're going to go back to their sideline here. As no one has actually even attempted to make a move. Now the Eagles, looks like it'll be led by Logan Haggard and Landon Kreutzer to go over to the 28-yard line. If you're the Eagles, you know that's gonna play a mental approach against you. This was off the punt return. Braden Foss was playing defense at that point in time, so he took a hard hit by one of the Longhorns, or may have just been caught up in the hustle and bustle of the play. So it looks like Reese McKinney will make his way from the ambulance off to the sidelines behind the Longhorn fan area. You can see if you're on YouTube, you can see the white ambulance truck right around the green carpet as Reese McKinney will now address his defensive line. Probably give an update to them. Always tough. Despite being down, you can imagine the words from Coach Reese McKinney are going to be obviously uplifting and positive with a somber note. You got to finish this game now. Play for Braden. It is now Reese McKinney's giving them the instructions as they will now finally line up. And since he was carried off, not a peep from the fans, not from the field of play. As now we're getting some applause and support from the fans to try to lift the spirits and focus the mentality on the game now, which is always tough to do when your teammate goes down. Again, in high school, you hate to see it. You see it all the time in professional football and even college football, but here at the Friday Night Lights, we got a tough scene. So from everyone here at Denon Field and the members here on our radio staff at 100.3 The Ride, wish the best for Braden Foss and his family. As they are lined up, but still nothing happening. It looks like the linesmen are going over towards the end zone, and they're going to meet up with someone. And this is the longest injury timeout we've had this year, and the longest timeout I've ever been a part of in any sport. Been able to call hockey, baseball, soccer, and hockey's a tough sport too, and we've seen plenty of injuries there. St. Paul, Minnesota with the St. Thomas Tommies, and hockey injuries are just as tough, and it looks like they did call a second ambulance, so they'll take Braden Foss to the Colby Medical Center here. As we're finally going to get underway here, the whistle blows. Clock is stopped at 5:47, and now you can hear the crowd pick up a little bit here. To the left, to the right for the Longhorns, as they're still quiet here. Play clock now at 8 seconds, now 7, now 5, the snap, hand it off, and it'll be stopped. A great stop by the Eagles.
Ball carried by number 13, David Farr. Stopped on the play by Tucker Ward.
It's hard even for me to continue when you know that there's a young man on the stretcher, and it looks like they will take him from the ambulance to the hospital, and they had to bring a second ambulance just in case. And you hate to have that just in case, but always good to have the medical team on hand here as they can rush him over to the hospital. Again, prayers and thoughts to Braden Foss and the family. Hope for a speedy recovery and a benign sort of outcome. Hope nothing too bad has happened. As another great stop by the Eagles. Kyle Lanning with the stop here. 4:48 to go in the fourth quarter. Be 3rd and 9. 4:40 to go. So what ended up to be about a 7-minute injury delay. We're now finally back in action. If you're just joining us, it's 4:23 to go in the fourth quarter. Eagles trail 12-39. 3rd and 9 for the Longhorns at the ball in their own 30. The snap, another handoff. It's going to be a fake. It'll be brought down for a loss of yards, and the Eagles. What a great defensive stop here.
Ball carried by Javen Farr. Tackle made by Kyle Lanning.
Kyle Lanning again. Cameron Lilly with the tackle there. Just past the 4-minute mark, we're at 3:55. Be a loss of 3 yards, or 2 yards, 4th and 11, 3:50 to go. Ball marked at the 31-yard line. So you have two receivers now lined up on the left and right. They're going to go for it at 4th and long. A flag will be thrown in the backfield. Be a delay of game against the Longhorns.
Delay of game called against Holcomb.
The game is definitely taking a weird pace here, and I think they let it go. It was intentional to give the Eagles the ball here. As good show of sportsmanship. Going to give the Eagles the last possession. 3:27 to go here. As now the cheerleaders are trying to get some pep into this crowd. So the Eagles will get the ball on their own 32. 3:27 to go. Holcomb leads 39-12. Actually, it will be 4th and 11 for the Longhorns. A pass and it'll be in. No good. So the Eagles will get it back. 30 on their own 32.
Pass intended for Jarrett Harrell is incomplete. Turnover on down.
An Eagle, great drive here. Great drive by the Eagles here would definitely bring some energy back into this, this field here, Denon Field in Colby, Kansas. Definitely feels like the enthusiasm in life has been sucked out of that injury timeout. 3:22 on the clock. The snap, hand off to Zane Betts. A fake throw after from Vaughn, and a great run by Zane Betts. A pickup of about 8 yards.
Tackle made by number 18, Javier Corral.
So Vaughn to Zane Betts.
Second down 3 for the Eagles.
Be 2nd and 3, so a carry of 7 yards. 3-minute mark has come and gone. 2:55 to go. On their own 38, the snap, hand off to Betts again, and he may have enough for a first down, and he'll be stopped. And it looks like he will have enough. And it will be. First down for the Eagles. 2:28 to play. 1st and 10 on the 42-yard line. Clock winds down to 2:18. 15 seconds on the play clock. Game clock winds down to 2:08. Snap to Vaughn, a handoff to Imhoff. Imhoff is stuffed, but he'll get a pickup of about 4 yards. 2-minute mark is come and gone. 1:55 to go. Second and 7 will be a pickup of 3 yards. Ball on their own 45. 1:43 to go. Ken Holcomb leads 39-12. .130 now on the clock. 2nd and 7, own 45. 2 receivers to his left, 1 to his right, another handoff. It'll be a double one. Tucker Rourke drops it, but he picks it back up. He's on his feet. He's running towards the outside part of the play, and he'll get enough for maybe just short of a first down.
Ball carried by Tucker Rourke.
Tucker Rourke.
Tackle made by number 20.
Making it maybe just 2 yards or maybe even a yard shy. They're going to put it at the 50. So pick him up 5. It'll be 3rd and 2nd. 3rd and 2. That'll be 3rd and 1 at the 50. Snap to Vaughn. Pitched away to Rourke again, and it's enough for a first down.
Ball carried by Tucker Rourke.
1 minute now to play.
Rourke picks up the first down on the play.
And a timeout called. So no timeout called. They just needed to stop the clock to spot the ball. 50 seconds to go in the game. The Eagles want to end the game on a high note with a touchdown here, or in just a scoring play. 40 seconds to go. Eagles trail 39-12. Imhoff moving in the backfield and a fake handoff. Vaughn will take it himself up the middle. He'll get a gain of about 5. 26 seconds to go. Stay tuned for the post-game show. The Farmers and Merchants Bank post-game show. As the clock winds down to 12 seconds. Now 10. And it seems like that's where they'll stop it here as the clock will wind down, and that'll be it for your Colby Eagles. Final score, Holcomb Longhorns win the game 39-12. First loss at home for the Eagles, and the Longhorns will continue to go undefeated, 5-0 on the year. Your Eagles will go 1-4. We'll take a break, and we'll be back with the post-game show presented by Farmers and Merchants Bank. You're on 100.3 of the ride. You're home for Colby Eagle football.
Stay tuned for the Farmers and Merchants Bank post-game show with Andres Tejeda.
Today on Hey Culligan, better water that cares. Jane's on the line.
Hey Culligan, how can I avoid using all those plastic water bottles that harm the sea turtles?
Jane, our always-on drinking water system helps eliminate the equivalent of 15 billion single-use plastic bottles a year. So, you see, Culligan cares about sea turtles, too.
Aw, plastic pollutes and Culligan cures.
That's catchy, Jane, and totally true.
I'll take it, like now.
Jane, we're already on the way. Let us help you out with a free in-home water test with the local Culligan water expert at Culligan.com.
See your local Culligan dealer, Shepner's Water Conditioning in Goodland and Colby.
A little rain isn't going to stop you. When it comes to protecting your farm's inventories, livestock, and equipment, we'll make sure your buildings work just as hard as you do. We're your local Butler builder. With us, you'll get the advanced engineering of Butler Manufacturing, the industry's leading provider of building systems. Give us a call. We're your local Butler builder.
In Northwest Kansas, call Stevens Construction at 785-462-7571 to discover the difference a Butler building can make.
Don't just insure your stuff, strut your stuff with Strut Insurance Services. Darvin and his professional agents and Colby and Brewster represent a wide variety of insurance companies. They can personally shop for a specific company and policy that offer you the absolute best coverage for the best price on most anything you own. Auto, motorcycle, home, crop, farm. If it has a value to you, they can cover it. Strut Insurance Services is locally owned and operated with hometown agents that are experienced and offer fast claims. Located at 1675 West 4th Street in Colby and Brewster. Just look for the big yellow sign of Strut Insurance Services.
SurePoint Electronics is hiring for full-time seasonal and full-time permanent wire technician positions, manufacturing electrical wiring harnesses and cables used in fertilizer application systems. Responsibilities include cutting, stripping, crimping, and looming of wires or cables as required in the assembly process, as well as final assembly and testing of harnesses. Wages start at $15 an hour and come with a weekly incentive bonus. Other bonus opportunities are also available. Pick up an application at 11965 Highway 25, Atwood, Kansas, or email jobs@SurePointElectronics.com for an application.
Welcome to the Farmers and Merchants Bank post-game show, brought to you by Farmers and Merchants Bank, with 2 locations to better serve you. Farmers and Merchants Bank, member FDIC. Here's Andres Tejeda.
Welcome back to 100.3 The Ride. You're home for Colby Eagle football. It's time for our Farmers and Merchants Bank post-game show. We'll give you a scoring summary of the game. Starting off, the Longhorns managed to go 3 touchdowns unanswered. 13-yard run by Manny Reyes to start the game off with 6-0. The 2-point conversion they would attempt would be no good. Then it'd be the Damon Mesa show from here on out. 4:01 to go in the first quarter. 14-yard run by Damon Mesa. The extra point was good, gave him a 13-0 lead. 42.6 seconds to go in the first quarter. 20-yard run by Damon Mesa. The extra point was good, giving them a 20-0 lead. Going into the second quarter, the Eagles found a way to score at 10:54 with a 58-yard run by Hunter Vaughn. They go for the 2-point conversion to be no good, and the Eagles would cut into the deficit 20-6. And we just know that Hunter Vaughn says that he likes to run. He definitely did a good job there. As he showed us his wheels. It would be the first of 2 touchdowns he would score. In the second half again, or the second quarter, 7:23, a 40-yard run by again Damon Mesa for his hat trick. The extra point would be no good. It'd give him a 26-6 lead, so they would lead by 20. Again in the second quarter, 5:31 to go, a 70-yard strip from number 5 again, Damon Mesa from Tucker Wark. The extra point would be good, so a strip 6 as opposed to a pick 6 would be 33-6. At 10:06 in the third quarter, a 5-yard run by again Damon Mesa. The extra point would be no good. Be 39-6. The Eagles would find a way to score and be the last one to put a number up on the board. The 5:54 to go in the fourth quarter. A 10-yard run by Hunter Vaughn for his second touchdown of the game. They tried to go for the extra point again, but it'd be no good, and you'd have your final score of 39-12. Around that 4-minute mark, we had a little bit of a difficulty there when we saw Voss take a big hit there. And we had the injury timeout that took about 6 minutes and really sucked the just atmosphere and energy from the Eagles. They did have a good run in their last run the last drive of the game, but just not enough time to get things done. Possibly even get another touchdown to end it there. And your final score, the Holcomb Longhorns 39, the Colby Eagles 12. We'll be back with more on the with the Farmers and Merchants Bank post-game show here after this.
Coming up next on the Farmers and Merchants Bank post-game show, we'll get a word from Colby Eagles head coach Reese McKinney.
Professor Penny, welcome to Taco John's. I have crunched the numbers, and it just can't be. You talking about our new 4-cheese quesadilla? Yes, it's scientifically impossible. How can you fit melty asadero, queso blanco, Monterey Jack, and cheddar inside? And chipotle lime sauce and sirloin steak or grilled chicken. But how? We, melt it. Ah, so it's quadrophysics. Got it. Try the new 4-cheese steak or chicken quesadilla. Only at Taco John's. Bigger, bolder, better. Download our app to earn free food.
Hi, this is J.L. Evans, Banking Center President at Western State Bank in Colby. I'd like to welcome Brent Moss to our commercial and ag lending team as we continue to grow. Brent joins our Colby Banking Center after more than 13 years as a local lender. He holds a bachelor's degree in finance and has a background in farming. Visit with Brent Moss, Matt Smith, or me, J.L. Evans, at our Colby Banking Center today. Visit WSBKS.com for contact information. Western State Bank, continuing to invest in Northwest Kansas. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Is your bank account stressing you out with too many fees or not enough interest? Or maybe you're wanting to see your hard-earned money sooner? Let us help. Hi, this is Kaylee Raymer with Farmers and Merchants Bank. We can offer you a free account that pays an APY of 3% interest on your daily balances. Not to mention the refund on nationwide ATM fees, and you can also get your paycheck up to 2 days earlier. Stop in or call us to ask how you qualify for this elite way of banking with our elite cash account. Farmers and Merchants Bank, member FDIC.
Welcome back to the Farmers and Merchants Bank post-game show. Here's head coach Reese McKinney with Andres Tejeda.
Welcome back to the post-game show, Farmers and Merchants Bank. We're going to have Reese McKinney here in just a second. As here's Reese McKinney. Coach Reese, a tough loss here at home. Oh, let's get you back here. Better now?
No, it's more delayed.
Oh, okay. Up, there we go. Is that better?
Yeah, perfect.
All right. Coach Reese, another tough loss here. But there were some, at least for me, I saw some positives on the offensive side. Again, it seems like those fundamental things just need to be nailed down. Passing the ball, making those catches. We saw a great deep pass by Hunter Vaughn late in the second quarter, or second half, and just dropped. And even with the defense, again, those things we were talking about earlier in the pregame show about finishing those tackles. But have you seen an improvement so far with that?
I liked the performance tonight. It wasn't clean by any stretch, but I saw tons of effort and guys flying all over the place and working hard and trying hard, and they had adversity after adversity. I mean, that's why I love this game. It's like a game of life. At any point in this game, these guys could have laid down and quit. Instead, we're still running around hard. We're trying our best in everything we do. And I look out there at one point, I only have 4 seniors on the field. Mm-hmm. I mean, we're pretty young, so... and I think those seniors are good leaders, and they're working hard to get these guys to come along. I appreciate their effort on that because it's hard work to get people to believe in you and follow you, and especially when it's your endeavor. And I feel like they handled that well. And like I said, I'm way more pleased tonight than I was a week ago at this time. So I felt like we had tons of effort. We had a bunch of guys in good spots. Now we just got to get the ball to break our way. Sometimes in life you don't break your way, and you got to handle it and keep going, and I felt like these guys did that, so I was really proud of them tonight.
Absolutely. Definitely a lot of energy, again, like you say, playing in front of the hometown crowd, a lot of energy, and it definitely showed on the field. Late in the game, we had that injury timeout. Without getting too much detail about what happened there, what do you tell your guys when you come back from something like that, especially late in the game?
Well, I don't know anything, honestly, so I can't tell them much. You just
we talk about brotherhood, and this game's about family and looking out for each other and having each other's back. It's hard to turn that around because you could tell in their eyes they care about him and just as much as I do. When I get done with these, I'm going to go see him. So there ain't much to say other than play for him.
Yeah,
just finish this up for him because you know he would want to do it and help you out. So.
And it did seem like they had a little bit more pickup afterwards, making those first down drives there. And then finally, a highlight, at least from the scoring standpoint, Hunter Vaughn with those 2 touchdowns tonight. I think we talked about it when he was a senior spotlight a few weeks ago. He talked about running the ball and how much he loves it, and we saw it tonight. Any thoughts or comments on his performance tonight?
No, that he played well. Like I said, the senior leadership, a lot of things weren't going our way, and he stepped up and made a few real nice plays.
Well, thanks, Coach Reese. We really appreciate your time here.
Yep, later.
Well, that's Coach Reese. We'll be back with more in the Farmers and Merchants Bank post-game show here on 100.3 The Ride. You're home for Colby Eagle football.
Stay tuned to the Farmers and Merchants Bank post-game show for the Colby Dutch Ram Tough Player of the Game.
They are geared up and stocked up for fall harvest at American Implement, your John Deere dealer. You'll find a great selection of tractors, combines, grain carts, and other get-her-done fall equipment, a huge selection. Plus the parts department, well, they're stocked up, and the service departments are ready to keep you rolling. And remember, when you visit your local American Implement dealer, you have access to all the inventory at all 14 American Implement locations. That's a big selection. Here's to a safe harvest from American Implement, your Northwest Kansas John Deere dealers in Oakley, Colby, Goodland, and Wheeler.
Dying is one of the few events in life that is certain to occur, yet one we are not likely to plan for. Hi, I'm Jason with Ballman Mortuary in Colby, Atwood, and Oakley. Pre-arranging your funeral service is a great way to make sure your family is taken care of, even after you're gone. At Ballman Mortuary, we'll help you plan ahead and make sure that your wishes are taken care of from the type of service, monument, and casket you would like. We can set up pre-funding arrangements designed specifically for end-of-life needs. At Ballman Mortuary, we are dedicated to ensuring that your loved one's memories are cherished. See our website at ballmanmortuary.com today for more information.
The all-new Yamaha Grizzly 90 is built to bring maximum fun and off-road excitement to youth ATV riders ages 10 years old and up. With its low-maintenance 90cc engine, an easy-to-use fully automatic CVT transmission with reverse, electric start, and durable proven components, the all-new Grizzly 90 offers confidence-inspiring performance with Grizzly family style. Visit YamahaOutdoors.com today. Then visit Colby Ag Center in Colby to see the all-new Yamaha Grizzly 90. Grizzly 90 is recommended for use only by riders 10 years and older and always with adult supervision. Yamaha recommends an approved training course. See your dealer or call 1-800-887-2887. ATVs can be hazardous to operate.
If you're thinking about a career change, consider becoming a physical therapist assistant. The Colby Community College PTA program is enrolling students now who want to help others while enjoying job security in a field that's expected to grow by 26% over the next decade. Contact CCC today and become a PTA in just 1 to 2 years. Classes are starting soon. Go to the Academics tab at colbycc.edu. Colby Community College Challenge. Create. Connect.
Welcome back to the Farmers and Merchants Bank post-game show. Here's tonight's Colby Dutch Ram Tough Player of the Game.
Welcome back to 100.3 The Ride. You're home for Colby Eagle football. Tough night for the Eagles. They take a final of 39-12, losing to the Holcomb Longhorns. Holcomb goes 5-0 on the year, and the Eagles go 1-4. For our Dodge Tough Ram player of the game, give it to two guys, Hunter Vaughn and Breon Barton. Breon Barton absolutely just tallying up the tackles tonight, and then Hunter Vaughn putting the team on his back with those 2 touchdowns, the 58-yard run, and then the 10-yard run in the fourth quarter to give Colby their only points of the game. But that being said, a final score again, Longhorns 39, Eagles 12. Big shout out to those on YouTube and to Bretton Thomas for operating the camera and our graphics. Big shout out to him. Thank you to Bretton. Again, I'm Andres Tejeda. Final score again, Holcomb 39, Eagles 12. Thanks for listening and have a great night from wherever you're listening. This is 100.3 The Ride. You're home for Colby Eagle football, and Andres Tejeda signing off. Final score, Holcomb 39, Eagles 12. See you next week.
This has been the Farmers and Merchants Bank post-game show on 100.3 The Ride. The Eagles on Radio has been brought to you by
American Implement, Bowman Mortuary, Colby Ag Center, Colby Community College, Colby Dodge, Colby Free Press, Cornerstone Ag, El Dos de Oros, Farm Credit of Western Kansas, Farmers and Merchant Bank, Funk Optometry, High Plains Co-op, Hoover Lumber, McDonald's, McKee Incorporated, Next Tech Wireless, Northwest Kansas Chiropractic, People's State Bank, Roofmasters Roofing, Scheffner's Water Conditioning, Stevens Construction, Strut Insurance, SurePoint Ag, Taco John's, Western State Bank.
Thanks for tuning in.